Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Session 2. Take it away, Fray.
Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome on in. Session 2, take it away, me. No, I'm kidding.
Hello.
Hello. It is good to
Hello.
see you all here again. As a quick recap from last session, we finally got to dish out the combat system in a giant 4-hour combat while we were all learning the rules and getting everything going. Upon arriving at the scrapyard, Isaac, along with Liam and Primrose, had just finished their little back and forth interrogation session, and we were rolled up on by Viljan, Doku, not Doku, Dimian, and Valen. I was trying to think of everybody else who was in the car. On top with Cheddar, who never really woke up from the high-speed chase.
And
You guys are over.
Did I actually wake up when the fucking van tipped over?
You may have heard a little meow, but was relatively unbothered. Regardless of that, the van was eventually tipped over as a high-speed chase ensued. Dashing past, just barely stopping the blockade, you were then pursued by 4 armored vehicles filled with troops, 3 helicopters, and 2 knights, admittedly making things a little easier for yourselves. One by one, you all destroyed things, taking out the vans and eventually taking out one of the helicopters, be it through Doku, springboarding himself through the air, landing on the helicopter and making it, and therefore hijacking the helicopter, killing those 2 men, and not learning how to fly. More importantly, with the use of a destiny die, a heavy armored mech suit was dropped down in front of your van, uprooted the ground, and tipped you on its side, which then ensued a following fight with the giant metal beast, of which led Cabal nearly dead, but barely scraping by with some survivability kicked on in there. Dimian put an arrow through it, sprouted some trees, lit it up, and Doku successfully landed it, but we can't draw away from the fact that in the middle of all of that, our dear Veljan stole the main cannon from the primary helicopter and then gave it over to Isaac like a giant explosive baseball bat and cracked the shit out of the mech for nearly half of its health. Fuck you, by the way.
What? I crit on it. I crit, and I literally messaged you, be like, "Hey, could I do this?" And you were like, "You damn near half helped it practically. Yeah, sure, take it." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, no, it was pretty good. In truth, I'm not mad. That was fucking great. It was a great first session, in my opinion. But the van was tipped back over. It was fixed up as best as it could have been, and it's still optional, or not optional. It's still functional, albeit it is sputtering. As you make your way back over to Genevieve's place, because the debate came up if you went back to the scrapyard or if you went to Genevieve's, and you chose Genevieve's. So, lo and behold, that is precisely where you were all going. The drive was a tense one, but after a bit of back and forth arguing from a majority of people, everybody inevitably remained quiet the rest of the way home, and the tension in the air could have been thick enough to be cut with a knife. More importantly, that is where we left off. Nobody is dead, which was nice. Almost, but now this is where we picked back up. Pulling the van off into a little alleyway in front of an old bar that's probably seen better days, you walk to the back alley, push away the heavy dumpster, and reveal the manhole cover that leads down into Dr. Genevieve Valentina's new home, Doku Doku's old home, and, I said new home for Genevieve, so that's right, Dr. Genevieve Valentina's new home, Doku Doku's old home, and overall, a place that has become a bit of a base of operations. As you all descend, and you make your way in, Genevieve will be waiting eagerly with you, and Donnie, the chubby, happy, bearded man, now with a little bit of gray in his hair, a little bit older, a little bit, well, he already had some gray in his hair, but a little bit more gray in his hair, is waiting very happily with 2 six-packs in each hands, waving them in like a celebratory manner beside her head as you all descend on down into the depths. And that is where we'll pick up today.
No.
Uh,
Everyone goes completely silent. Just
Yeah, and you leave.
and
Everyone proceeds to T-pose out in front of the doorway.
You guys are just living in.
wait, so is Genevieve? She's here with us.
Yeah, she's
She's
standing
waiting
with,
here.
with Donnie behind her.
Yep.
So I think Primrose is just gonna look at her, look at Donnie, look at Cabal, look at everyone else, and just say, "Can someone please explain what's going on and why we just finished the fight, and for some reason everyone else except for Cabal and I have already been here for months? It seems years. How long has it been? What even happened?"
It's Liam.
Okay.
Liam.
We've been here
Genevieve
for
is
a
going
long
to
time.
Genevieve is going to fold her hands in front of her and say, "Well, I think now's a good time as any to crack those beers open. Anybody that wants to partake. Which one of you was on?
Woo!
That would be it.
Happy me, man.
Come in. You're going. Everybody knew was going to want to sit down for this. This is a bit of a long story. Try and keep it brief.
I expect nothing but heavy implications.
Yes. So yes, Genevieve's gonna just around. There's a mixture of like proper chairs and just crates and other available paraphernalia.
Surprisingly, Primrose will accept a beer for the first time.
Yes. Happy Mario Day. Welcome in. We just got
Happy Mario Day.
How scandalous.
Are you ready to Goomba Goomba stomp some knights and run off merry?
Yes.
Yeah.
Assuming people plop their happy asses down for a seat, she's going to take a deep breath and say, "Okay, who here is familiar with what happened on top of the tower?"
Liam
we were
will
there.
raise a hand.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
Now that Primrose has got a beer and is sitting down, Genevieve is actually going to go over to her and pull her into a hug.
Huggy.
Please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Doc.
It's,
Thanks, Jen.
and same to Cabal.
I must say, even though the memories are fleeting, not fading, but fleeting, I have to say, that fix you made at the hospital was quite something.
Well, hardly my point of expertise. Anyway,
Still, I do appreciate the gesture.
despite your original purpose, you came through us on quite a few occasions, including getting Goku out of a couple of very sticky situations. Sorry, Damien. So kind of nods apologetically towards probably now Bear. So, power exploded. Allosaur sacrificed himself to save us, and ended up throwing, as far as I can tell, all of us into a Genesis stream. And as we're all familiar with at this point, Genesis, when in high concentrations and when it crosses over with the material world, causes some strange space-time distortions. Short, some of us got trapped in there for a few weeks, some of us got trapped in there for months. I was in there for 9 months before I was ejected out and found myself. Yeah, so it was 9 months.
You were in Halfdir with
Yes,
Tuare.
Found myself in Halfdir with Tuare, who has gone off to find the other piece of his library. Don't know where he is at the now, but he said he'd keep in contact if he found anything. Promised to help. He did. After that, and after I found myself back here, I immediately came back to the city, reconnected with Donnie, tried to pick up as many capable individuals as I could. We're running. Thankfully, there was already something of an operation going. Someone whose name I will not mention is working as a benefactor of ours. She's developed something of a new ability after losing her previous. Is helping us get around the operation from being found. For now, our base is here within the Ashlands. And we're going to do our damn best to get up into the city, Iliaster, kill that bastard dead, undo whatever repairs they've done to the tower, and make sure nobody ever uses it for its intended purpose ever again.
Yeah, that's something they probably, at least Primrose and Liam don't know that they're rebuilding the tower and have been for about half a year now.
They're rebuilding the tower, you said?
Yep. They're apparently Iliaster and
What?
whatever council is working under him still have the city under a deadlock and are still controlling the story in such a way as to make it seem that it was just an insurrection, a rebellion. And they've gotten enough support and enough materials to start rebuilding the Tower of Iris.
Are they? Why are they doing this? I mean,
They're persistent.
One
That's why.
base. Same reason.
Tower hunters.
Same reason that the previous council did it. Same reason they kidnapped Alsar. They want a wish. And I cannot even imagine the calamity that's going to follow. We lost magic a year ago, thanks to what they did the first time. And now we have people popping up with manifestations, these strange new abilities. If they do this again, it is without a doubt we're going to get another rip into the abyss. That is the best case scenario if their plan goes through.
If it hasn't happened already, I potentially might envision something like, say, neurological maladies in people, maybe increase in, say, mutations. I don't know. This is just me
Quite
spitballing, and then of course I'm no biologist. But if we're talking about the underlying concept of magic and how this world has come together, then, well, just to I guess utilize the terminology, we could potentially say, in worst case scenario, a mass extinction.
I'm gonna be blunt with you, Doctor. This is gonna be, if this ends up being an abyss situation, it's gonna be much, much worse.
Which is why we're not going to let that happen. At the very least,
Hopefully.
that is my intention. And that's the intention of everybody we've managed to gather so far. Primrose, Liam, to the newcomers here, Isaac and gestures to the bush.
the bush.
Was?
Yeah. You are all...
Doku's here. Oh, right. No, I guess this is new Doku. Damien now.
It's gonna get confusing. Regardless, to the newcomers here,
Things never change.
to those of you who have not actually agreed to any of this, you are under no obligation. But if you're not going to take part, I would suggest leaving the city sometime now-ish, if you can afford that, because the city's future is not a bright one, and by extension, the future of the world. I'm sorry, but this is the first thing I had to tell you the moment you came in the door. Last thing anybody wants to do after they come in after a fucking fight against a giant robot is to hear that the world is possibly going to end because some collection of greedy assholes, one of which is apparently so high on his own hype of being the descendant of a blue phoenix, wants to bury the world in his own greed. But that's the truth of the matter.
What's with everyone here getting some interesting enemies?
I can't. This is just so.
It's a lot.
Everything is a lot. Everything is a shit show. So many people are so stupid. I have so many questions. Like, why would they? Why? Is it even worth it? It doesn't seem worth it to me. Also, surely people can't just let them. They know the truth, right? We showed it to them.
But they're most likely afraid. Afraid if they speak this truth, then, well, they'll be bringing the hammer down them, proverbially speaking.
Those that
They're
know
bringing the hammer down anyways.
Those that know the truth get stomped out rather quickly. Isaac has been running something of a pirate radio for a while now. they've been actively hunting for him every time he broadcasts. He's in the Undercity. You can imagine what anybody that speaks out on the disc actually ends up. They end up. Those that speak out don't last very long. And in the last year or so, the Irisian government has worked very hard with what Pillar Knight and Knight support they have to stamp out the narrative they don't want and to instate the one they do. Fact of the matter is, in our absence, in our attempt to regather ourselves in the wake of the Civil War, they've had the chance they needed to build a convincing enough lie for the general populace to swallow. They just think we started a revolution and we were a bunch of violent firebrands. Most people do. Those that do know don't speak out. In fact, those who do know don't feel like they can do anything about it have likely left at this point, or
I can't believe this.
when I started everything, collusion with Ausar, all of you, I was hoping to redeem myself for the mistakes of the past. I was one of the last people left. So I took it upon myself to be one of the last people to take responsibility for the mistakes that were made. The fact of the matter is, the mistakes of the past don't give a shit for how hard you try to redeem yourself, because there's always going to be some idiot who's going to try and repeat history. The first time, the second time, when the tower blew up, with us there, now they're trying to do it a third time. And if it happens a third time, we can kiss this entire section of the world goodbye, as far as I can tell. As for why they would do this, same motivators as before: ignorance and greed. As much as I can extrapolate it, I don't know why they think it's going to work this time, why it's not going to send them to hell as well. Maybe they think they're special somehow. Maybe they have some ace up their sleeve that they think is going to defend or protect them. As far as I can tell, that's pure fantasy, self-delusion. And you'd have to be delusional to think that this could work.
Overconfidence makes you careless.
Very much
Yeah.
does.
And desperation for things also too pretty. Careless.
Yeah, maybe there's a reason out of desperation while they're doing this, but postulating won't get us there. We have time to recuperate. You guys don't have to immediately. In fact, I would prefer it if you didn't, especially after you got knocked around like that. No doubt that some of you are at least sporting some injuries. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously been time, but for us, it felt like we just finished that fight, and now just to have all of that progress.
immediately revoked. When I landed in Halfdeer, I thought
Yeah.
all of you were dead. I thought all of you had been cast into the stream, and I was the only one to make it out.
You know, that would have been an easier solution, but
In a strange way, yes.
just for us, for the greater public, it's best that we
I'm glad you're all.
continue to push back. Thanks.
But
I'm glad you're okay too.
Um,
I'm glad most of us are okay.
as far as I can tell, everybody that made it out, that got flung into the live stream, made it out alive. But when I got ejected out, I thought all of our progress had been erased, and that everything that had happened, the fight, all of you being gone, thanks to them, was reduced to nothing of consequence. That awoke something in me, and I got very fucking angry. Just glad.
Yeah.
I don't feel so alone anymore. It turns out we've all got a lot more going for us than we think we do. Take your time, recuperate, think. I know some of you don't necessarily have the same stake in this fight that we do. Even for us that do, no shame in bowing out, because this is going to be a hell of a fight. And we don't know what's in store for us. Whatever the case, I'm just glad you're all still alive.
Thank you.
Feeling of waking up from a wide awake nightmare notwithstanding, thank you.
And for the newcomers, I don't know all of you, obviously, as much as Genevieve seems to know, but
I've never
I
met
hope I
this
can
woman in
trust
my
you.
life. I don't know what the hell she's talking about.
Very
Just
funny.
rolled up here. Yeah, at this point, Donnie will kind of step forward, and he'll be two-fisting beers at this point. He's been sipping at one and then sipping at the other, and he'll kind of look at Liam and go, "Well, ain't you a specimen? I ain't never seen something like that, at least not in a while." And he just like stacks one beer on top of the other, and he like puts a hand on your robotic face and like starts moving it. Like, that is strange technology. I ain't never seen nothing like this. Who made you?
Made you.
Do you prefer the short version or the lengthy version? Because if it's the latter, then that's probably going to take a little while.
Keep it brief. I got a lot to do.
Let's just say this is the prototype that was originally created for specimens within the Arden project. It was meant for offloading the excess psionic energies.
Oh,
Basically, as a way of reversing the effects of rapid aging and deterioration that those effects would bring on individuals.
yeah. Well, you definitely got a little scuffed up. That's for sure. You need a new paint job, buddy. But
Funny words,
can-
man.
I still remember this. You can thank Torin Locke for that.
yeah, I couldn't say it better myself, Genevieve. I really couldn't. Well, most importantly, you're alive. I haven't heard much about the Arden project. I don't know whatever happened to it with Donnie. I think that they done killed him. But that wouldn't shock me.
I wouldn't remember, unfortunately.
Oh,
Damn
no.
shame. He was a good man.
Well, as long as you, Genevieve, and some of the other members are still alive, that counts for something.
Yeah, you got a bum eye, buddy. You got messed up.
No.
Yes,
Well,
that fight with the machine definitely took something out of all of us. As he kind of toys with the eye a bit, very carefully though.
Shit, Don, can you fix that?
Can I fix that? Jenny, you done known me for how long? I could make a bomb out of a toaster. And
I will
considering
say... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. Go on. I'm just posturing to my lady.
I will say that our
Your
new
lady.
friend here, Mr. Valjean, is it? He kind of gestures towards him.
Puts up a hand to like shield and cover a blush.
Yeah, so new friend Mr. Valjean here gave it a quick fix.
Valjean. Yes, you may call me Valjean.
Well, it seems like he did a job. But I can get the wiring fixed up. And definitely it's together, which is a lot better than not being. I'll go ahead and get to work on you.
I feel
And,
like
a hole in the head.
I feel. I'll be right back.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
At that point, Daniel kind of take both the beers and just kind of chug one, chug the other, crush the cans together, and go, "All right, let me go see what I can do. I'm gonna steal you. What was? I don't remember your name. Liam? Liam, you're gonna come home with me.
Yes, Liam.
Well, Liam, I'm gonna see what I can do with you. I probably got some optic sensors somewhere around here, and if I don't got one, I can probably make one.
Are you sure you want to do operations while intoxicated?
Oh, I'm not intoxicated. And he pats his big old belly and goes, "This is gonna take a lot more than these cheapo beers that they got down here."
I love him.
Alright, I'm going to put my eye in your hands.
Yeah, well, good.
Donnie's an eccentric man, but I don't know a better guy when it comes to electronics. You're in good hands.
Please, nothing is
I
enough
think-
charming.
See, I think the doctor's sweet on me if I'm being honest with you, but it's all good. Now come on, and Donnie will lead Cabal into the back room to give a general a layout of this place. There are 3 main rooms in this underground facility. There is the primary room here that had several stasis pods still there. The labels are there, but they've been worn down with time at this point. Really all that's left is the metal with the DK4 and all that. They have always been here. This is the largest room. Then there are 2 more. There is a file back office, some cubicles, all that, data entry stuff, and mostly filing cabinets. And then there's the antechamber, which most likely would have been a place for the researchers who were there to rest and sleep if they had a long night. Now, since most of the cots have been cleared out, it almost kind of looks like pews in a church cathedral. And that is where Donnie takes you to basically sit you down at the front of the rows and just starts drilling into your head. And after, let me do a thing. Let me make an electronic skill. And boop. Oh my god, okay, that's an okay, so wow, you're gonna, okay, cool. Alright, and...
You're okay.
Alright. Well, congratulations, your eye worked completely good. If not better than originally. I rolled for Donnie's electric skill, which is at a which is a rank 6. And so I exploded twice, and congratulations.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, really. Go Donnie. To be fair, that is what he is supposed to do. For a moment, your optic sensors cut completely, and then right as he does, he goes, "Don't you jump now!" And then
Wasn't planning on it.
and with a few more wires, and you hear that tss, 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 they've come back to life, good as new, if not a little bit clearer. You have your eyes back.
Deft hands you have, I see.
Yep, Jenny tells me that all the time, and I try to keep it true.
Donald, have
What is
some
the-
decency.
Okay.
What is the connection between you?
Man, it's
If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah.
I'd rather you don't
in,
ask.
in the other room, there's just that man has no shame.
That man has no shame.
I mean, he's controlled
Jenny,
by
I
a certain
didn't-
someone.
True.
Yeah. Jenny, I didn't mean nothing like that. You know, you got a dirty mind. I was just talking about hugging. I'm sweet on her, you see, but it's all good. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, Liam kind of propping himself up on one of his arms and is kind of looking over the other room and just kind of exclaims, "Genevieve! My goodness! My goodness!"
I didn't expect for you to be so dirty-minded, Doctor.
Just immediately fucking gaslight. Anyway.
First, our old friend, Mr. Oh, what was his name? Maki, I think it was. First, he's teaching us the meaning of brown chicken, brown cow, and now this. My goodness.
What is brown chicken, brown cow?
You'll learn when you're
Bow
older.
wow.
Oh goodness, I believe I've started something horrible.
I've committed atrocities with
There.
these hands. Don't make me repeat it.
Raises an eyebrow.
What?
Anyways, as Donnie kind of walks back into the room, off to the side, aside from the resting area that has been kind of set up here, the other room, a quick little sound starts going off. It's not a hyper loud, crazy alarm, but it's like a little da-ding, da-ding, da-ding. And Donnie goes, "Well, I gotta get back onto work and check what that's going on. We got a bit of a disturbance again. They happen all the time, but you know, we gotta be careful." Jenny, you need me for anything else?
Donnie, you've been pulling overtime lately. Go on, take a load off.
Well, duty never sleeps and all that, and whatever you say. Anyways, I'll be in there. He'll flash her a wink and then step on into the other room to check the source of the alarm.
I actually forgot what the man's
Oh,
name was.
and wait, what?
I fully reminded myself what his name actually was. We don't call him Donnie because it's a short for his first name. It's a short for his last name.
Yeah, it's short for his last name.
His name is Joshua Donahue.
Yeah, he just likes just Donnie fit better. Yeah,
Would I
his name's
recognize the
Joshua.
name? Yeah, would I recognize the name Joshua Donahue from anywhere?
I mean, yeah, you probably would. He wasn't again. It would be. He's not a top scientist. He never was. You knew the names of all of those like the back of your hands. But the science conferences that took place in the city of Iris around 20 years ago, and that perpetuate even to this day, albeit in a smaller capacity. During that big boom, you probably would have bumped into him maybe once or twice, but he wasn't a huge name. He worked on the night program, and you might have seen his face. He looked a lot different than he did. I would say that you might have a passing memory, but you probably didn't know him all that well.
Gotcha.
Joshua Donahue, what a name.
Yep. We all just kind of sat with Donnie. It kind of worked.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Not as much of a mouthful. Yeah. This entire time this is happening, between blushing furiously, hiding her face, when it eventually calms down, it mostly boils down to Genevieve trying and failing not to look at Isaac.
Yeah, and that is the important thing. Is you of course would have noticed him the moment he walked in, but you've never seen Isaac's face. You've heard his voice on the radio. He does look strikingly similar to you, albeit in a minor capacity. The same lines that are on your face, that way that they've formed, some of the curves, the Cupid's bow specifically. It's all there.
So
He's staring as well.
he's
Watching.
He doesn't know what to say. It's just eventually mouth opens, mouth closes, mouth opens, mouth closes, mouth.
I know. I'm fabulous.
Not what I was going to say. Thank you for breaking the ice. It's good to see you live. I said that before to everybody as a whole, but I've been led to believe that all the kids had been put down. I'm glad you're okay.
Whoa, we're going straight for that, huh? Phoebe might wanna make a way to that topic first, after some small talk. But all right.
I've never been very good at small talk, but if there's one thing that the whole of this has taught me is that life's too short to pussyfoot. There are some things that are just too important and need to be talked about, and you never know when you're never going to get the chance again.
Suppose that's true. Well, in that case, thank you for saving my life.
It was mostly harmless. I was glad to have been part of it.
Nothing about that was harmless. What we went through. Still dreaming about it sometimes.
Make sure there was no misunderstanding there. She said harmless, as in Dr. Worf.
Oh.
Not harmless.
Yeah, Doctor. Yeah, harmless. Yeah, harmless Worf. Yeah.
Okay.
That was mostly
Fair,
Dr. Worf
fair.
that did that.
Yeah. I was there when he died. I watched him. Still can't get myself to really forgive him for being part in all this. But if nothing else, I guess he atoned for it.
Yeah, that's as much as he could have hoped for. I grew up studying and idolizing the man. That's why I joined the night program. Went as far as I did. I Well, I know now that I was never suited to it, and I was never that good of a scientist, at least not in the field of Genesis energy. But I idolized him enough that I was willing to walk an infinite distance in his shadow, if it meant getting to look up to him. Then we found out what was actually happening in the night program. And when I found out that he was hoping to smuggle you and the rest out of the city, I begged him to let me help. I got a van. I made dangerous deals with very dangerous people to have it outfitted with smuggling equipment and secret compartments and shielding against radio scanners and all of that, just hoping that I could be useful, that we could smuggle you and the rest of the children in those compartments out of the city without showing up on scanners. And I was so happy when we managed to do it. And then he told me that it was time to part ways. And he left with the rest of you. And then I heard, years later, it actually happened over by the Black Spine Mountains. And I won't lie, part of me hated him, because I would hope that if I had been there I could have made a difference, but now I know it's pure fantasy. I could have done nothing. And that burns. There's no use in saying that.
You would have watched it off kids die in agony. I don't envy your Elsa for what it did that night.
Still don't know how I feel about that situation. Or what he had to do that day. I still don't know if it was absolutely necessary or something else could have been done. I could have done something else had I been there. And it's a scathing uncertainty. But what we do have is what we know now. A couple things have been done. Some measures have been taken to try and set it right. And we do have small blessings. We have people here willing to fight for what's right. Some fortunate few have managed to escape fate otherwise that would have been torturous. I don't know what else to say, honestly. Besides that, we live in a time of silver linings. And some very dark skies.
Well,
We can't lose sight of those.
if you're looking for words, how about this? And he, putting down the beer he was sipping from, he walks over, or stands up, walks over, and reaches out with a hand to shake.
Did you
It's a
reach out
pleasure
around?
to meet my own hero.
Hmm?
It's a pleasure to meet my own hero. One of them, at least.
There's a instantly conflicted look on her face, like she didn't understand what you just said. And then the words sink in, and she looks even more uncertain. Halfway frozen to taking your hand. And then completes it. Takes your hand in hers, her hand markedly smaller than yours. And she gives it a small shake and she says, I hope I'm not I hope I don't disappoint.
Well, they do say never make your heroes, but
I didn't want to say it.
think it's a time of silver linings and half measures. Can't really. We work with what we're given. In any case, I'll be looking forward to working with you.
It's good to have you.
Yeah.
He gestures to the general bunker around her and says, "Welcome to the revolution."
As Donnie, almost on cue, as if he was waiting for his moment to enter, steps on in and goes, "Yeah, what you call him, Isaac? Illy asshole. Yeah, he's live right now, talking about the situation at hand.
Of
Let me
course,
just
yes.
These broadcasts almost make me angry, but we need to watch them.
Can't wait to see what he's been up to in all these years.
This is the one that is the blazing evidence,
Yes,
right?
the descendant of Iaconus.
What
Yeah,
a fucking.
I think I recall that detail.
yeah, I
It's-
guess power structure out in Iris has gotten pretty bad since y'all been around. I mean, I'm sure that Damien here could tell you it ain't. I mean, well, actually, Damien, you are a school child. They probably don't tell you nothing but lies there. Don't trust the government, kid. Anyways,
Don't trust the government,
By the
kids.
way, can we tell that Doku is disguised, or does he
I
really
did-
just look disguised?
Okay, I did send a picture.
Yeah,
Way
'cause
back.
I remember the art you did. It looked like a completely different child,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
I remember at one point I just exposed Doku.
that's true. Yeah,
yeah.
Valen did expose Doku in front of everybody.
fair.
Wait,
yeah.
how did she do that?
It was
I don't remember.
during the on the phone call back to the base. Genevieve asked or mentioned something. Everyone's here, even Doku or something like that. And then I just,
True.
you know,
And if
I just point
Primrose
out
looked
that-
around like, "Where is Doku?" Like, fucking.
And there was the whole mentioning he was the skyscraper kid, and then fucking Dim going, "Oh,
Oh
shit,
yeah,
I thought I recognized you."
Can you run up a building real quick?
Speaking
Right,
of
right,
which,
right.
Genevieve then says, yeah, no, also, probably best we keep Damien away from Iliaster at all points. The last time he got even close to him, he ended up having to run down the side of a building, and I'd like to avoid that in the future.
Hey, he's a kid.
Sounds pretty badass to me.
he was in a helicopter and I had to catch it.
She goes stock
And then
still.
I see.
I had to
Goes
teleport.
slowly towards Damien. Excuse me, young man?
I was gonna get squished by the car.
So
Is-
you
I
commandeered a
now
helicopter?
understand.
They weren't gonna let me stay on it. They were gonna throw me out.
I'm gonna go up to Liam and say, "Is this a bad time to tell her that I told him to jump out of the helicopter?"
You what?
I caught him. That's why
You
he's.
could have at least been quiet about that.
Not everything has to be.
So my
And
theory has
I-
been confirmed.
He's
That
shaking
is
with
Doku.
anger at the moment.
That is
Well,
Doku.
I did.
Let it,
I
let
did
it be known I had no
everything
involvement,
right. I
and he's
listened.
going to back away.
I was obedient. I listened when I was told to jump out of the helicopter. I preserved myself. I was actually trying to be safe by jumping into the helicopter because I would get squished under the car if I didn't. And third, I was very careful to not let any witnesses come out.
Can Primrose
Immediate
just go over
concern in her
to-
eyes.
Primrose is just gonna go over to Doku without saying anything, look at him, give a slight smile, rustle his hair, and then immediately go, "Where can I get something stronger? This beer is not having any effect on me right now."
Not having any effect on me.
Do you like
That's,
very old wine?
You want anything? If you want anything besides the cheapo stuff we pick up at the gas station, you're probably gonna have to ask Donnie, see if he has anything in reserve. Fair warning, he's a bit jealous when it comes to that. But
I
I
can
don't
make
care.
some
Donnie!
hallucinogenics.
but
No,
no,
Dr.
no, Damien, No drugging. No drugging our friends.
No, Doctor. I might have something in my depository. And
That would be disgusting.
Her-
Anyway,
No,
Liam
her
rubbing
look to
his
you
No
is
like
more
meat
jelly
not.
eggs.
Yeah, her look to you is immediately dubious, but then she goes back to Doku. Says, "I'm glad you're okay. I trust your instincts when it comes to situations and knowing what's safe for you and what's not. Skyscraper notwithstanding. No matter what I say, you're going to make me worry. So just stay safe. All of you, take care of this boy. He gets himself into far too many dangerous situations.
I caught a helicopter for him.
Thank you, Valen.
That's so true.
She goes to Valen, gives her a gentle pat on the head, and says, "Yes, I know, Valen. You've done very well so far."
We can count the elevator incident as another one as well.
That one involved quite a few bullets. Yes.
And I caught him. I feel like I contributed. Anyway.
Right.
I like mock salutes, Genevieve.
Let's not let my seething outrage interrupt the Iliaster's broadcast. His blazing eminence.
Yes, gather around, children. We have propaganda to listen to.
Yay, my
perfect
favorite.
timing that you.
Love
It's perfect
propaganda.
timing that you were waxing on, Jenny, because I think I got it. And just as he takes his wrench and cracks it over the top of the TV, and the picture comes to life.
Is it I almost want to say.
How's this man dressed?
Does it resemble the model that Rowan used to own?
Yes. Yeah, it does. There's a notable butt-shaped dent on it.
What?
Fix it up.
I'm not that fat.
No.
You fell from you fell from an incredibly impossible height.
I'd like to think
Dented
Primrose
by
just says
thick-
that out loud and everyone just looks at her.
Dented by thick toaster ass.
Oh,
I
man.
need stronger alcohol.
Well, you can get it after I gotta watch all this. I'll find you something. Not my
I
best.
want it specifically so
but
I
I'll
can
find
get
you
through watching this.
Too bad. And the picture comes to life as Donnie kind of leans back up against the wall, and it seems that you've got it in the middle of the broadcast. Basically, you've ouch. Sorry, my child is on my shoulder and just punched me in my mouth
Ugh.
with a maraca. That's fine. Anyways, the broadcast kicks to life, and it's clear that he's already gotten the initial press out of the way. But there he is, once again, dressed in all black, a nice suit and tie, looks very political with his blue hair lit ablaze as he stands at the podium, pointing to the crowd, reporters asking questions, there's the clicking of cameras, but he's still talking through it. And once more, these damnable terrorists have attacked and killed the fine soldiers, the men and women that serve this great nation. Lo and behold, they have only gotten more violent since our last rescue efforts into their incident over at the Undercity Ashlands. With such devastation, we had hoped that they would understand that such measures are not needed to be taken, that we could come to an amicable decision, but they have yet to listen. The convoy we had sent to extend an olive branch contained politicians and good men and women at their guard. These peace negotiations were stamped out quickly by these terrorists and left as a smoldering reminder as to why we must persist in this ongoing effort to stamp them out. While he's speaking, it shows brief images on the monitor. It takes over where he's saying, and shows the mech suit ablaze It shows pictures of its burnt out husk, the
This-
destroyed vehicles.
Momentary sound of Dim in the back going,
Heh.
message sent.
Message sent. As much as battle and warfare harms me so, and how I would do anything in my power, and we of the Greiger family always strive to achieve peace in our great nation, I fear that now, more than ever, we must persevere. And for this, I thank you, the people of my great city, of our great city, for standing against these vile and treacherous actions. And it is with a heavy heart that I now pass the torch. I pass the microphone over to our Minister of War, newly appointed, Jorn Vital, Pillar Knight of the 3rd District. And a flurry of applause as Iliaster steps down, rocks out, and it shows the crowd of people that have gathered for this speech. As he steps away with a friendly wave, like Cinderella princess style, he does his little wave and steps down with a bow. And then stepping up to the plate is a face that some may know, others would care not to know. But he has been the face of the war effort since it began. 9 feet tall and covered in scales, with silver horns protruding and twisting round his ears. Short, black hair, a metal dragon. Strong in his convictions, and humanoid at this current juncture, he stands at the podium, dwarfing it, as he leans over very far to speak into the microphone, then just kind of picks it up with just a couple fingers. People of this city, I am Jorn Vettel. I've just spent my entire life defending this city. And I will continue to defend this city, even if it were to kill me. I swore my service all those years ago. And now, it is time that I give you the news. We will be initiating the Great Hunt. On the monitor, it then flashes by, as before Jorn, faces begin to flash up. Wanted posters galore, of which you see some of your faces. Thankfully, not all of them, but majority of the people in this room, for lack of a better term, are on these. And then some faces that you don't recognize, at least not immediately. Edme, Alsar's late wife, or rather, widow. A little weird with them. Then you see the 2 Pillar Knights who broke off. The 3 Pillar Knights, my apologies. Rorik, you see Oris, and you see Torrent. The 3 Pillar Knights who stood against the city and defected. There are more than 150 names that begin to scroll off the screen. Slowly, as he continues to speak, they flash up at the bottom with their picture. These vile criminals, monsters that have disturbed our way of life and attempted to stamp out everything we have built. They will be brought to justice. And for any of you listening, you have me to deal with, as well as the full force of the Irisian military that is now under my command. So as a final warning, be ready. Because I will not let something like the Ashland incident happen again. You disgust me. And then he drops the microphone and he walks off. To a flurry of reporters asking questions. And moreover, very, very loud stomping from his end as he stamps off the stage and the broadcast begins to end. As it fades out, Donnie kind of smacks the TV again and goes, I don't want to see any more of that.
Yeah.
That ain't good.
Well, that just reaffirms one thing to me. Who here wants to kill a dragon?
I've always
Been
wanted
waiting
to
to
do
hear those words for the last 3 months.
Valjean's gonna take a fucking big sip out of a fucking wine bottle that he pulled out from his little realm, and then
He called me a monster.
sounds like a new experience. I'd be interested.
Dragon slaying wasn't on my bucket list, but here we go.
Same for me.
Yeah.
It's changed recently.
And also, Valen, you're not a monster. You're wonderful.
You're goddamn right.
Pat, pat.
You're
You know
much
who's not
cooler.
wonderful? This motherfucker that I'm about to drive my sword into. Oh, sorry, sword.
Yeah.
Not mine.
Motherfucker.
If anything, that's called projection on his part.
It was kind of rich of him,
That's-
given what he did to this whole section of the city. So, the way I see it, I don't know exactly where we're going to start, but it definitely... So, Iliaster von Gregor, the third, I think it was. Who gives a damn? Third and last. My best guess is he wants to use the wish to bring back, revive, use with, or otherwise do something with his ancestor, Iaconos. Because as I understand his cult, their whole purpose is the revival of their god, Phoenix. That's his ultimate end goal. You can damn well bet that all the people in the council and various people in Iris, who are at the top brass, probably don't share his aspirations and are only working with each other in the interim until such time as they can actually make the wish, and then who knows. Point
If
is,
you ask me, I think the council's using Iliaster as a little puppet, marionette,
I think
whatever
they're
it's in the meeting.
I think they're both using each other. At least that's my guess.
No, Genevieve. I think he's the tool. They're the mastermind. I don't think he has the brains to use them.
That's what your intuition or your foreknowledge tells you. Point being, we're going to have to deal with Jorn. We're going to have to deal with Iliaster and his cult. And then we're going to have to deal with the council. And then whatever might be left over, then we can rip down the repairs on the tower and start to really get to work taking it apart so nobody can ever do this again.
Yes.
The problem is, I don't know how ready all of you are for anything like that. As much as I would love to see Jorn on a pike, I'm not sure all of you feel confident enough just yet to, I don't know, bring a dragon to ground. Besides which, he's right. He has the entire Irisian military behind him. And as long as he has that, he's got a pretty sizable army that all of us will have to cut through if we want to get to him first, assuming he doesn't come in and strafe us with dragon fire.
Again.
We're also going to have to be a bit tactical about this, considering we don't want this safe house of ours being discovered.
Beginnings of the Civil War proved very definitively that all-out warfare is not in our favor. We are outgunned, outmatched, and outnumbered. So,
We could start gathering contacts.
that's what we've
You
been
know,
working
make
on
a
for a while.
make a chain of information.
If you can expand that, I think all of us will be very grateful and we'll all benefit from it. But for now, we fight like guerrilla fighters. Make contacts, keep a network, establish methods of moving throughout the Undercity and the Overcity if possible. That won't draw attention, and weaken and sabotage the Irisian government and the military before trying to take them on. I think that's your guys' best chance of getting through this alive. You choose to tackle that.
Yeah.
I can help. Donnie and I and our contacts can help you with that. But ultimately, how you want to tackle it is up to all of you. My best, I have no manifestation. I can't go out there with you as much as I would love to go there and rip Jorn's head off myself. All I can do is assist. So
Be there with us in spirit.
that's the plan. You guys need anything? It's Donnie and I, and we'll try and oblige you as best we can.
We could always live stream us decapitating the man. Just food for thought.
Honestly,
You know,
if it turns
in
out
retro-
anything like our last broadcast, then that'll definitely throw a monkey wrench in their works.
In retrospect, we could have taken some, photographic evidence of the previous battle, maybe some video evidence, had
Maybe.
that as sort of a linchpin against him.
Well,
Show him what really happened.
that's an excellent thought. However, that's purely in hindsight. What we can do now, if you want, start doing that from now on, keeping documented evidence and then finding ways to slip that into, say, social media, onto video sharing sites. They're very heavily moderated. Frighteningly so, but then again, we do live in a police state. But it can start getting people to open up their eyes and start getting people to question the Irisian government more. It's something, and it also helps us build a case. So yeah, if you guys want to start taking videos and pictures, yeah, we could use that. I'm only a little bit iffy about it because, well, again, I won't pussyfoot around it. The last person whose account we used to televise our revolution was unfortunately executed while we were all out. That is Marquis' friend, his brother-in-law.
Well,
Fortunately, he didn't make it.
they just keep taking everything.
And we keep losing stuff. Every time we think we're one step ahead, we get thrown back three bases. I'm honestly quite sick of it.
Well,
And that's why we have to do this
and
for the people and for everything that we sacrificed and lost. We do it for them.
Yeah.
Isaac, we're going to say something.
no use being sullen about it. Let's get out there and kick some heads in.
First, we need somewhere to start.
Well, I can probably help you with that one if you're trying to stick it to the man. I got a whole setup back there in that little back office. Got
Connie's been hard at
Guard
work since I've been
chatter.
gone.
that I did.
Part of me wants to pick on an armory first. Wouldn't hurt to have a few weaponry.
If I had a suggestion
Or-
I could make, something to look for, maybe not immediately, is establishing a safe route into the upper city.
Yeah, that's. You got
Yeah,
yourself a good point there, Jenny.
There was that.
Otherwise,
pipe,
we'll be running around with chickens with their heads cut off.
there was that pipe that
I'm-
Grove used.
I'm almost offended.
yeah,
I'm
the old-
right.
The old tunnel.
And seeing how most of you look and operate now, I think you guys are going to have way less of an issue getting in there. Though there's still the matter of, getting the van through if you want to use that. But
I could easily get us all through a lot of things. It's just that it would take a lot out of me.
Preferably,
Well,
it should
how-
be... Oh, yes.
Well, how are you gonna do that?
Remember how I sent you to that place?
The in between.
The in between.
You could call it that.
Goku's eyes go wide. Pupils just like size of dinner plates or something.
The liminal space.
No, yeah.
Back rooms.
I prefer to call them the back rooms. And
Sounds silly.
No, that's God's actual name.
Okay. So yeah, Donnie, you had something for the good people here.
Well, I guess to catch you all up to speed, but I'm sure most of y'all might know, some of the Pillar Knights done defected when everything went to shit. Now, we kept in contact with one of them, but we lost sight of two of them. Haven't heard out of them in a couple months. Seems like right now the scrapyard's real hot too, but the reason I done bring it up is, well, we don't know what happened to Rorik or Oris. They're both missing. Torrent's still around. He's still fighting the good fight. We see him. He runs a grove. But, yeah, well, we don't know where they're at. And any information that y'all could try and find, well, getting some of the Pillar Knights on our side, that gap might still not be as much, but, well, they're still damn good fighters. They might have lost their magic, but they themselves are still souped up.
I think super soldiers would be a really good asset.
Super soldiers,
Especially all
with
now.
manifestations of all things.
And that's not to mention, that's not to mention the night platoons that came on with them. We've been missing out on a lot of them. Part of the reason the war effort went so bad is because of all times we lost two of our biggest assets, our biggest fighting forces. They vanished. Nah, thing is, I don't think they're dead. That's what everybody thought at first, but if a Pillar Knight done did die, hell, if any Knight ends up dying, I always get a little bit of a spike. They're anomalies, little black holes. If a Pillar Knight was to go down, well, shit. I don't really think I could. I don't even know. It might even look like a wound on this thing.
Pillar Knights are massive batteries of magical genesis. If one were to die, it would register on your tools, I would think.
I would think so too. The only issue is that now we can't get a hold of Torrent either. And last I saw, he was running around with Grove with that pasty one, the changing one, the one that can move around her face and stuff.
Genevieve?
No, that's her.
Wait, what's that, Flay?
What was
You're
her name?
breaking up a little bit.
It's Alsar's
Former wife.
widowed wife.
Oh, you're talking about Edme?
Yeah.
That'd be her. That's the name. I should have remembered that. She was just on TV.
A lot of names flew past on that screen.
Yeah, they got a lot of them. I don't know how the hell they expected it. It was probably just a scare tactic. Let them know that if they saw their name, they'd be freaking out. I'm sure that everyone's alight right now.
It's definitely at least one part scare tactic, but I think they definitely intend on going after every single person on that list, either now or later. I think they're also
Well,
just
after
trying to
today,
scare people out of fighting back. As long as they keep us divided, they keep us weak.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. Though I could confirm that with my guard radio. I got that thing still set up to their comm channels, and it ain't too hard to follow them. Most of them follow the same damn protocols they've been following for the past 10 years. They don't change. No.
Military complex just nothing changes.
Could use that as a potential point of reference. Maybe if they're trying to track them down, we could potentially follow in their footsteps.
You know what, actually? That ain't a bad point. You know what? Let me go ahead and go and check that radio.
Be a step behind. You guys will be a step behind the guard, but it's better than being nowhere.
Yeah.
Donnie walks out, and you were saying something, Isaac.
Oh, nope.
Oh, okay. Donnie comes back on, rolling out a cart again, with looks like junk. And when I say that, I mean it literally looks like he yanked a car radio out of an old junker and then hooked it up to 3 other things with a giant antenna. But he wheels it on out. He sits down with the equivalent of his ham radio, and he kind of just does a little like finger motion as he kicks it on, and the like nasty scratchy sound kind of comes on. And he's scrolling through. He's got the earphones on. He's listening close, and then he goes, "Ah, there it is." And then he takes them off, and he kind of holds them up into the air, so that the sound of the radio the chatter can go through. And again, mid conversation is where he finally gets it in. But he goes, "Secured. Again, the prisoners are secured. Seems like the scrapyard is cleared out. We're not seeing any hostile presences, but we've apprehended several people here, and they ain't talking. We're gonna bring them out to the labor camps, see if we can get them to talk." Yep, roger that. No problem at all. How many you got coming? 3 kids and about 15 adults. Some of them threw some hands, some of them got feisty, but well, we only had 2 casualties.
3 kids, huh?
Oh no!
No.
The lemon kids.
Gosh! Oh!
Primrose in character this time. Primrose says, "That's not. You don't think it could be?
Hope it's not.
Dude, you're
I mean,
fucking lemon!
It's still awful, regardless. It could be anyone, and it's sick that they're even doing this in the first place."
We're gonna bring him out to the prison camp out near the, let's see. Well, the Ashland camp ain't too good, but I know that we got that labor camp set up out near the northern quadrant of the Ashlands. You know that little border? I believe that's where CO wants it. All right. Hope we'll confirm when we're there. All right, Roger. Click.
Sounds like we have our heading, potentially.
I was hoping you guys would have a chance to kick back for a bit, maybe get the van fixed up. But you guys want to pursue this? Now's the time.
Well, it does depend on when they're going. Did they give an ETA on when they'll be arriving?
Nah, they might have, but it seems like they're already en route to the location. I jumped in a little too late.
We should maybe go now. We can rest after.
Isaac, to clarify, everyone else seemed to go, but they're taking people from your little haven.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
That's why he's already at the door.
Yeah, he's already gearing up to go.
That's Isaac.
Well, we're
That's
not
our
gonna.
guy.
Well, we're about to have a fun time.
I don't know about you, but well, I know about you now. The whole timey-wimey bullshit you went through. But me and my folk, we've been setting up a little safe haven for the injured and the ones who can't fight or won't. That's where those fuckers sit. Those are my people right there. And I'm getting them back. So, hey, yeah. Sorry, veterans, but one more fight, please, before rest time.
Yes. Of course. And Primrose heads to the door.
If you don't mind, I'd like to throw on something first. I don't think going around with just a bare carapace is really going to do wonders.
Do you guys have
Cabal
some?
and
Yeah, we probably Probably should get something. As Primrose
Wait,
just
what?
looks at her shattered suit.
You wouldn't happen to have any rags or something lying around, would you, Donnie?
I mean, I'm sure I
And a
got
black
something.
coat,
We got
maybe.
spare clothes. I've got a couple lab coats if anybody wants to cover up with that.
Do you have
Also,
some
what were you
hair dye
saying, Goku?
remover?
Hair dye remover. I mean, I got nail polish remover.
No acetate in the child's hair, thank you.
Well, to be fair, the child's a little more than just a child.
The child is poison resistant.
Can we
The child.
can we not talk as if I'm not there?
Okay, Doku. I think removing hair dye out of your hair right before you go to a combat might be a bad idea. We'll do it when you get back.
Fine. Can I have like a paper bag again?
Just-
He put on a paper bag before
Yeah.
attacking Hell.
Actually, no. It was like, I believe he put on a pillowcase that he cut eye holes out of.
Yeah, you got a pillowcase. I'm sure I can get you some, kid. Come back later. We'll wash all that gunk out your hair.
I think they just.
I need it back on before I go home, though. Sunshine.
Well, I mean, I can't help you with that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, Donnie walks over and into the into the antechamber that is the pews basically where people have been sleeping. Grabs a pillow and tosses it at Doku. Just like he steps on it. That'll work. Just like tear it up a bit, I guess. Anyways, as for clothes, yeah, just go rummage through the little pile I got in there. I got something that'll probably fit on over you. I took what I could, which was 2 handfuls in my closet.
Oh, regardless, any of it will have to do. And I will head on over.
Goku's immediately punching 2 holes into the pillowcase.
Into the pillowcase!
Why don't you want your face seen again?
Because I'm a citizen.
Doku's
And my name didn't roll up on that list.
Doku is currently undergoing the name of Damien, and has, at least until this point, been attending school like a normal child. Before apparently commandeering a helicopter dropping out of the sky.
I don't even remember how I got on that car.
You worry me.
With everybody getting
Anyway,
prepared. Wait, yeah, what was that, Valjean? You sound like a million miles away.
Valjean said, yeah, anyways, I'll be driving again as he walks out.
I'll be driving again!
Tim immediately stands up. The hell you will!
Yeah, Damien's like, wait a minute, absolutely not.
No, when Valjean just starts running towards the door, just fucking.
While everybody goes and gets prepared and pretty much ready, Donnie is hard at work trying to triangulate the position as to where exactly they're going. Said the northern quadrant, said it was near the Ashlands. Well, there's a couple of locations that they would have heard about through contacts. I think he's got a decent idea. He goes on ahead, digging through what he's got, and by the time you guys are all ready to go, he's up topside. Waiting, knowing that not a lot of people wanted to wait around. And he goes, nah, I can't guarantee that this is exactly where they're going. I'm just going off of clues. We lost a lot of our contacts when everything went topsy-turvy. But if you're going to go up anywhere, we're going to try about here. And he hands you on a napkin, basically, some scrambled coordinates. Written relatively sloppily in doctor's handwriting because he is a doctor, albeit not a medical one.
Mm.
He hands it over to anyone, probably Isaac, and goes, go and fight the good fight now, y'all, and come back alive. And most of all, be careful, because I heard them prison camps ain't nothing to laugh at, but they got some heavy resistance.
Good to know. We've experienced it already. We should definitely not underestimate them.
I think we'll win.
I think we'll win.
Nah, I'd win.
At
No,
some
I-
point, Liam would eventually emerge, probably looking something like what I posted in the Genesis chat. Yeah, something like a dress shirt underneath a like a jacket, some kind of slightly tactical looking pants, some boots.
The hell did you find that?
Hell yeah.
Some
got lucky.
approximation of it, maybe. I'm not sure if those would
Can
necessarily
you
be in his pile.
I like to imagine that Donnie actually
Can I
had
roll
all of that like mismatched gear.
GM,
Yeah.
can I roll a destiny die to find tactical fit within this pile of clothes?
And
Why,
I-
yes, you can.
Hell yeah.
Well,
Donnie's-
alternatively, I was also potentially going to have him just go in just rags.
I mean,
really
either
hope-
one is fine. He was mainly giving you shit. I don't care.
And
Where did that
Primrose
come
went.
from?
But I didn't see it in your pile.
No. Anyways, yeah. Wait, what
No,
about
Donnie, you never
Primrose?
did tell me about your time in university.
I don't want to talk about it.
We don't talk about it. Yeah, Primrose is going Matrix with it, with the black coat that she found where she puts the hood up, and then she found like a pair of those the Trinity sunglasses.
Oh,
Oh my god, the Trinity sunglasses.
So yeah.
Doku has the bag on his head. He sewed in like a nice smiley face on it,
that's horrifying.
and he took off his hand warmers, his mittens, and his jacket just to have a simple shirt and shorts.
Frog Boy has returned, but now he's the smiley-faced killer. With everybody gearing up and dripping themselves out, and Isaac getting more and more impatient, I could assume.
In the meantime, Dimian he's in the van now, seeing all the holes that are in it, and is just using rooty growths to try and reinforce the inside of the van so the thing doesn't fall apart when it starts.
Yeah, it's still gonna need some repairs, but because unlike most
I like
people,
to start trying to pat down a few spots with my ability.
yeah,
like
that's fair. Yeah, you spending some time, honest and true. You guys can probably get some decent patchwork of the structure of the van.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it wasn't totally fucked. It just got slightly fucked. Your air conditioning might not work. But it's technically I would say springtime. That's popped out. No, it's actually probably closer to yeah, definitely late spring, early summer. So you'll live.
Fucking Dim just
Um,
grows a fern out of his cloak and fans himself with it.
Jesus Christ. There is something, Dimian, that I wanted to mention.
Wait, you guys sweat?
You guys sweat? That's fair, actually. That is a fair question, Val.
Yeah, Valen is constantly moist.
Valen drips no matter what.
So drippy.
He's very drippy.
As Iliaster was speaking, Dim, there was several images that flashed along. There was the flag of Iris, there was all of that, but the tower came into it, the reconstruction efforts of the Tower of Iris. And when it did, as I had said last session, you haven't really spoken to Azza in a very long time. You've reached out to her, and you know she's there, but she hasn't ever really spoken. At least not for a while. I'd say probably since the time you fused, you haven't had a conversation with her proper. But when the tower image pops up on the TV, there's a bit of a burning in your chest. As if Azza's stirring slightly. You feel anxiety from her. And it lingers on the screen. It would linger on the screen for just a few moments, but then it would inevitably fade. Something upset her.
Could be a couple of things. Could be the very nature of the tower itself. Could be what it means. Could be what it did in the past. Could be what it did just about 9 months ago. Tim's gonna keep mum over it. He's going to, he's going to be keeping quiet for most of the broadcast up until Valjean speaks up, at which point he kicks up onto his feet, says, "The hell you will," follows him outside, and start getting to work on trying to hold the van together.
The van all good.
And
With
The
Those
Valjean
man,
moving into
with everyone fixing the van, I like to go into the front seat, the driver's seat.
Do you have any idea how to drive?
Technically speaking, I drove ourselves to the hideout. Remember? You let me do that.
That is true. You did. That's right. I did let you do that. Well, fuck it. Yeah, sure. While everybody else is arguing and repairing, Valen just slips into the front seat.
Also, I'll be right back.
Okay, all
I
good, all
am-
good.
I'm taking shotgun.
Excuse me, just watching Valen and Doku take where I wanted to sit.
You can have the booster seat.
You can have the booster
You
seat.
know what? Better idea. Just pop myself out of existence.
I'll meet you there.
Also, Grim, thank you for the self-care.
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
already ran out of tea.
We'll go get more tea.
I don't want more tea.
Then don't. With your next mission in tow, and with everything going the direction that seems to all be pointing towards the labor camp, for the people who have been in the city and have been around for a little while, you would have heard about the labor camps. They are prison camps that are specifically designed to, as they put it, hold enemies of the state for further questioning for the safety of the public.
That was a lie.
Right. That doesn't sound suspicious at all.
There are several, none of which are known exactly where they are, but they are known, and they're frequently spoken about. In fact, there are even some people in the city of Iris who are vehemently for them, thinking that these people can pay their debt to society and disturbing the natural way of life by working their freedom and working to fix the wrongs that they have committed. Now, for the freedom fighters, they'd frankly be aware that these labor camps are exactly what they sound like. They technically aren't lying. They are prison camps. People are forced to work, they slave away, they sleep, and they are kept alive, usually.
Well, you see, Martha, as a way for those stupid millennials to pick up a trade and pay back their debt to society.
God damn it. But yes, that is some of the sentiment from the older population.
I can hear it now, ringing in my ears. Shouldn't have spent all that money on
Yeah.
avocado toast or some bullshit.
Yeah. But climbing on into the van and getting everything ready, the coordinates, rather, at least the general idea as to where it is there. And whomever may be taking the helm, presumably everyone's ready, you set off through the Ashlands, through the reconstructed district, and slowly but surely you find yourselves driving through less and less of the reconstruction efforts. Only a small section of the ruined Undercity has actually been properly rebuilt after all this time. Not a lot of people really wanted to stick around in a place that had been, for lack of a better term, glassed by dragonfire. Not that you can necessarily blame them. Because of this, though, what industry has replaced it in the Undercity is that the Ashlands have slowly but surely become the Irisian seat for the war. Buildings being repurposed into barracks, armories, and now prison camps. This one in particular may be familiar, at least to Doku and to Primrose, who may have been here once before. Because where you are going is an industrial project. that was abandoned about 5 years ago. Maybe even more. I would say even like 10. After industry boomed in the city of Iris and the Pillar Knights were seated, a lot of development in the Undercity, for lack of a better term, halted. The northern quadrant of the Undercity was originally a small town that went along by the name of Torek. Now, Torek was actually in of itself a small city. It was called the district, the 11th district. At least that's what it was geared to be. It was going to be another development on the city that would eventually be raised up into the sky. And while the metropolis began and people lived there for a time, eventually funding stopped and the development cut. People lived there for a while, and there were some notable buildings. In particular, an old planetarium. Now, this planetarium has become more or less the base of operations for this area. And this whole town has become, for lack of a better term, the on-site barracks for the guard presence here. This is the hub of where they would be. Thankfully, you're not going completely there. But as you drive further and further into the new industry, people start to crop up. Men and women who are living on site. Some are on duty, some are off. Not a lot to do here, frankly. But the question is, how far deep do you want to go before you start walking and hiking it? Because the deeper in you get with the van, the more questions are going to be asked. Mind you, by this point it's probably about 6 o'clock at night, because you had to get out there. You dropped in around, I think it was midday. You had your high-speed chase, which went on for about 15-20 minutes, and then on top of that, you had to drive all the way to Genevieve's, and now you are driving over here. The sun is starting to set, but it is still in the sky. How do you want to approach this whole idea? Now, the reason I said that Doku and Primrose would know this place, by the way, and this is important, is that this is where Primrose fell and crushed, what the fuck is his name? Rowan's TV. And this is where that Doku and Rowan used to hang out for a while, because if you remember a very, very, very long time ago, they were going to be a part of a gang.
Yeah.
Ah, memories.
This is also where Doku
Memories.
almost got kidnapped.
Well, you asked how deep we would go in?
Well, that's the thing. As you guys start going in, you start seeing more and more repurposed buildings. You're getting closer, and eventually, over the horizon, you can see the lights of a base. It's tucked away. It's further back. The planetarium lights are on, and in particular, there are spotlights and guard towers. This is a proper base. The question is, how close would you all like to pull up before you begin your either assault or your stealth operation? How you approach this is entirely up to you.
Valjean will actually pipe up and say, alright. Like I said, I can get a few people in if we want to go stealthy. However, it takes a while. I mean, I don't know how much I can help you from there. So, if you ask me, maybe a good plan would be to have one squad be a distraction and the other one be the one that actually gets the people out. But that is all up to you.
We should probably park some distance away. We don't want to draw attention to ourselves just yet.
That's a good me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds a good me.
And
Alright.
Valjean, was it? I was actually going to suggest the same thing you were. So, I agree. Distraction makes things easier.
Any objections to that?
Question is, who's going to be the distraction? I just want to make sure. I might have missed it.
I look at the Junkyard King,
Ugh!
who seems very loud.
It would be my pleasure.
You know what? I have an idea. I will help you with this distraction.
Oh.
Since Doku is the stealthiest of us, we can have either. Well, I was going to say him alone, but that's not a good idea, thinking back to the time he got shot. We'll have a group go in for stealth. Anyone who isn't going in for stealth will help with the distraction. But my idea was, and she pulls out the Ausar katana, very weeb-like. Would you like a duel in the middle of the road?
Wait, I heard distraction. I was expecting meaning going in loud and like start shooting and everything. Not that you guys are gonna duel in the middle of the road. That's
Well,
an
yeah,
interesting
we're gonna
gimmick.
lure them out so that they can go in through like a side or a back entrance. Or if there's only the front entrance, they can go in through the front entrance sneakily.
Oh no, Valjean was just gonna essentially no-clip him and a few others into the plane.
Oh!
Yeah,
So no
Valjean has a
distraction, just
phasing
stealth?
Oh no! You need the distraction for sure. But
Yeah.
Valjean's way of doing so, I should explain Valjean's ability. Valjean has an ability where he can phase himself through a wall. It's very simple. He can become temporarily incorporeal. So if there's a wall there, he can go, all right, I'm gonna spend some stamina, slip like a ghost, and then pop back out on the other side. Now, with more stamina expended, he can do this to more people. So while you guys, to understand how you guys are probably planning this, from what it sounds like, there's going to be two people distracting in the front to draw some attention from the guards, while Valjean and the others sneak around and clip through the wall, basically, to get through and see if they can break the prisoners out.
Yeah, that's my idea. I just want to have my two random neighbors having a lightsaber duel in the middle of the road moment.
What's fair? You know what's fair?
I don't hear it.
I
don't have any
shall
objections
watch
to
to
that.
make sure.
I can help transgress into the base stealthily.
Remy will be right back. Or Quest will be right back, my apologies. So let's get everybody's roles laid out then. So it sounds like Valen, as well as Isaac and Primrose are going to be at the front gate distraction.
Yep. I think so.
Valen, Isaac, are you alive?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, good. No, it's totally
I,
fine.
I was muted. I'm terribly sorry.
No, you're totally fine. I was like, I bet you 10 to 1 the bear was muted again.
Yeah.
So
It's all
who's on
good.
the distraction team?
It seems like right now the distraction team is Primrose, Isaac, and Valen, who are going to be at the front gate area and luring people out, while the rest of you are going to be slipping in from behind enemy lines, getting through the wall, and then moving to see if you can break the prisoners out.
Oh, nice.
Now, if everybody's all set,
I'm actually gonna look at one thing.
yeah, take a look over your sheets. This is a proper operation. It's not just a combat test now. This could go a million different ways. With that in mind, I have some things to roll.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be a fucking stamina drain. All right, but that's okay.
Hey, it's all right. Sometimes you spend. Hello, Quest.
Oh, wow.
So the plan has been decided. Primrose, Valen, and Isaac are going to make a distraction at the front gates, basically drawing out some soldiers, seeing what's going on. The rest of you are going to be moving in through one of the side entrances, phasing through the wall with Valjean's ability, and trying to break out as many prisoners as you possibly can. And while you're in there, you may even get some more information about some other prison camps that may be in there, or frankly, more information in general to get an upper hand. That seems like the overall plan so far. Do you have any objections?
Oh no, that's an excellent idea. Especially if we decide to break people out, I can help cover them with my mist as they run.
Oh, that's true, you can! Oh, man. Oh, alright. So, you're pulling up to a little bit of a ways away. You can see the base in the distance. It's not too far. It's probably like a block or so away. But with the lights off, and the van still sputtering a little bit, because, vans don't necessarily heal totally. It's gotten some health back, but, you gotta take some time with this thing. You park up, you pull into a little alleyway, best you can find, and the operation will begin. Now, I'm going to start with the distraction team. Assumedly, you'd walk down the road of the forgotten buildings, the infrastructure. It almost looks like the 10th district for the people who have been there. Actually, I wouldn't even say that. Well, the 10th district is definitely more run down, and the 10th district as a whole is more of an industrial place. What do they call those? Industrial parks? There it is.
Yeah.
It almost looks like one of the nicer districts that just has fallen into disarray. There are tall buildings, there were clearly some spaces mapped out for skyscrapers, and a whole menagerie of lovely buildings. There are even streetlights and street names that have been worn down from time, but it's empty. It is an abandoned place, one of many as the Irisian power structure grew. They left a lot behind.
Road.
Roaded.
Shut up. Grew.
Lovely. Yeah.
Heading down the main road, you will inevitably reach the fence that they have set up and the operation that they have at the planetarium. For the distraction team, I assume you'll be heading straight forward. For the others, taking a side route, moving through the side streets, it's creepy here. It's quiet here. The only lights that you can see in the distance are, well, that of the prison camp. Making your way on closer and closer. Now, distraction team, I'm going to focus on you first, because frankly, it is pretty hingent that the second team go in only after the first team has gone. So Valen, Isaac, and Primrose, as you head down the main road and you approach the wire fence and the armed vehicles that are there, how close do you get? To paint a picture a little better, there are 2 guard towers on either side of this place. There are spotlights moving through the front gate. There are 4 guards stationed at the front, each of which is fleeted by 2 armored vehicles with heavy turrets on the top. This is pretty fortified, and these vehicles look to be very similar to the ones that you encountered that were chasing you the other day, with the addition of heavier guns on the top. So how close do you intend to get before you kick off this whole thing?
Okay, so I assume, because I've been to a planetarium before, it has like one of those like big parking lots in the front, so there's like a big area, or is it just a single road?
So the parking lot itself is covered by the entire area surrounding the planetarium has been walled off. That means the planetarium itself, the parking lot that would be tied with it, and some of the side buildings that were also associated with it have all been converted one way or another into this labor camp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so where you are walking up is just the road. It is basically walled off, and the only main route into this place is right there.
Okay.
How bad do you want this distraction?
I mean, we need it to be far enough away to give people space to get in and get out after we all book it.
Raises hands and aims towards towers. Toward the guard towers.
Wait, hold on. We don't want it to be bad enough to cause more of a problem than it needs to be.
Or lowers
Right?
arms.
I was just yes. You can blow up more of those helicopters in the future. I was thinking Isaac and I will just start having a brawl, a fight. Maybe even if it needs to be more convincing, we can really show them that we're the same people that they or their colleagues just fought at the junkyard. And then you come in, Valen, swinging, flailing, and making more of a scene.
You have to. I'm gonna say you may want to clarify what kind of a scene, because Valen could take scene as I'm gonna turn into a building-sized monster and start stomping on people.
The level of violence from 0 to 10, 0 being none and 10 being carnage, is a 3. Meaning we don't need to have any unnecessary bloodshed.
She stares at you with a blank face.
Listen, if we're gonna protect ourselves, we're gonna protect ourselves, but we're here for a distraction, not to just go in and kill. I mean, I hate the city as much as anyone else, but I still have my integrity.
Standing next to known anti-Iris terrorist supporter and monster created by the city. I still have my integrity. The others, we don't. It eats them like.
Listen, at the end of the day, I know the system from inside, right? I know what they've gotten themselves into, who they're working for, and what they're doing. I used to be one of them. You know, I can't just go in and kill. If I have to, I absolutely will. But
Mr.
Anyways.
DM, I'm glad you called that, by the way, because that is exactly what I was going to do.
I know you, Jules. I could hear it. I could feel it through the ether. I was like, he's gonna turn into a giant monster and throw a building at the fucking base. Like, I could feel it in my bones. I was like, I know what's about to happen. I was like, you better clarify, dude. All right. Well, either way. With that decided, I will let you all make the first move. They have not spotted you yet. You are not within their sight, and they're more so, honest to God, not really paying attention to the front gate, because who the fuck shows up here?
Guards!
Jump.
I need you to arrest this woman right now!
come at me, motherfucker! You're calling the cops? You better fight me with your hands like a real man, not a pussy. Pulls out sword like a weep. I have the power of God and anime on my side.
Fight you with a sword that you stole from my father's corpse?
Yes, it's mine now. I'm gonna run at Isaac with the sword and punch him in the face.
Jesus Christ!
Instead of swinging with the sword is at my side, but I'm gonna knock him in the face.
Good.
You gotta make this believable.
No, it'll be fine. Isaac falls to the ground, clutches his face. I can't see! Someone help!
You and everyone in Iris is gonna see. You're gonna fucking fall to the ground when the city burns. Those pussies over there, points to the building, are gonna watch it all happen.
You're a monster! Oh God, help someone!
There.
Valen is just standing there, T-posing, like, just completely...
Posing in the back. She's the girl in the meme looking back at the camera as the building is burning behind her.
No, for reference, I'm where Valen is like quite literally maybe a foot away from both of you, just staring at this.
Blank expression, just... Yep. I'm here to distract. The guards at first, and here's what I'm gonna do. Go ahead, and let's make some rolls happen here now. Finally, I want you to make a justification for what role you think could work here, because my initial one is technique again, because you have to put on some decent acting here, but. Because clearly that wasn't very good. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
That was epic.
It was epic.
It was a totally epic moment.
Listen, if you have another skill that you think would fit it better, you by all means are welcome to. But if not, I need a 1d10 plus your technique.
This is obviously like the last Airbender Sokka levels of bluffing, right? Like, my sister is an Earthbender.
I just I imagine, like, at least for Dim, he's like way off on the sideline with the rest of the rescue team. He's just watching this and he's going, is just like he's looking. He's like, I remember seeing like prank channels with this level of acting. Is I thought things had
Valen
changed
slowly
since I read.
rotates,
Slowly
Down slowly.
rotate.
stares at Dimian.
Don't give them away.
Don't give them away.
We're like as I understand,
rotate
the
back.
rescue team is like
Actually,
a good distance away
actually-
from this.
Yeah, they're a block away basically. You guys are basically a street down watching
I-
these two scream as spotlights hit both of them.
actually, on the ground, doing that classical like peek out between fingers thing to see if it works. He looks straight at Valen. And not to mention this monstrosity, this abnormal thing that
Oh,
she's
this creature!
fixed on me.
I
Oh my-
grab both of them
Unhand me!
and I throw them.
Yeah, you could throw
Oh,
them if you
where?
want.
Please tell me to throw us at the towers.
Throw.
I throw you into whatever. I just throw you away.
Throw you away.
Not again. Thrown away again.
Yeah, while the guards are slowly turning to look at this, one of them pulls out their phone. Like they're just recording this shit.
That
Yeah,
shit's
start
that shit
recording
is
this.
going on TikTok for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Two crazies. Yeah, no, absolutely. They're gonna use this as propaganda for sure. Fucking-
Do I?
Go ahead and you know what? Here's what I'll do. If you really want to throw them, if they allow it, you don't
I
have to
really
roll
do.
for it.
Oh no,
Yeah, if you're-
absolutely. Throw me.
Yeah.
Please,
Yeah,
I
no.
beg of you.
This is
Do
this
it,
is a
and then
throw.
I'll roll the technique.
This is a throw out of anger, legitimate anger.
Yeah, no,
no, I know. I did that on purpose.
yeah, no, that was.
Actually-
And then Primrose, caught up in the moment, went, "Yeah, oh, that's mean. Yeah, wait a minute," and she gets thrown.
Meanwhile, Dimian's
I
turning,
throw them towards a wall.
Dimian's turning to Liam and going like, "So you mentioned wanting to record stuff like this, right?
Maybe.
Cool. I want to embarrass them with this later. This is cringeworthy.
This is awful.
Go for it. I won't stop you.
I haven't got a phone. I lived in the woods for the last fucking 5 years. Still haven't. I just got back and I don't have a phone.
Up, hold up, I got you. And he's going to start recording with his eyes.
Hell yeah.
Wait a minute, I got it. Just there's you get a beautiful shot of with night vision, mind you, of
As he
the-
zooms in.
He zooms in, and I want to play this scene out from Liam's perspective because I think it's even funnier and more unhinged. As you get everything focused up, the spotlights hit. You see one of the guardsmen, instead of going to help along with the other three that are approaching, and the spotlights that are now hitting these people, you bear witness to a really faked punch. To which Isaac falls on the ground.
What do you
and
mean faked? I gotta roll my technique thingy.
you better roll your technique right now.
There was
Okay.
a real punch. There was a real punch.
Oh, it was a real punch.
I
Okay,
actually
well, then go
intended
for
it
a
to be
swing.
an attack.
Okay, well then
Okay.
yeah, just roll an attack. Punch him in the
Okay.
fucking face.
It's
You
just
know,
D10 plus technique.
Yeah, well no, if you're actually attacking, you can use your manifestation. But frankly,
Well, I'm not gonna hit him with my swords. I don't want to cut
oh
him.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
all that Isaac did was exaggerate on like how much damage she dealt to him.
Yeah,
Basically took
there we go.
took a dive like a football player.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
My ankle.
Uh, Did I
So
do
what was
wrong?
that roll?
Wait, I think I
One
did that
D10.
wrong. Or
1d10 plus your technique.
Yeah, 1d10 plus my technique is 5. I exploded.
Let's go.
What a
Another
thing.
one. Roll
I
it.
roll again.
Yeah,
I don't
roll
wanna-
again.
want to kill him or hurt him.
Well, you're not gonna. Well, no,
It's
It's
this
gonna be
is,
one
remember.
fat
this is
lip,
the-
that's for sure.
Yeah, this is the severity of your success. So if you actually tried to punch him, I'm really glad you didn't use your actual manifestation
Yeah.
for this, because that would hurt. But
This is
yeah,
for
go
calling me
on.
Clanker, motherfucker.
You're about to.
I would
You
like
ju-
to roll for damage.
You could
You
also
tell
say
my gotcha looking
you could
bitch.
also say that this roll is for her playing out an acted punch instead of like actually throwing her weight
That's
behind
true. No, but she
Yeah.
actively said, "I'm punching him with a real punch."
it. Well, shit.
What is the total result?
19.
So I exploded. I got a 10 plus my 5, which is a 15 total
Damn.
to hit.
Okay.
But that's not
So-
damage.
Well,
And
yeah,
then I
no, 'cause
rolled again
damage.
on the exploded dice and I got a 4, so it didn't. Yeah.
There's a total of 19.
Well, that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
19 is
Yeah.
not bad. 19's pretty fucking good, actually. You have a metal fist, Primrose, and sometimes it's hard to remember that as you wind back and you crack him in the face. And while it does, technically fists only do 2. You have a metal fist, so it does 3. I doubled that to 6. He takes 6 damage, plus your technique, actually, so 12. As you actually rock his shit, and he hits the ground.
Yep.
Now, then... Yeah, go on.
It's basically just, less of an acting. He's actually going, my fucking eye, oh god.
And then... fucking... Oh, man. And while this happens, of course, then you start flinging the insults at Valen. Who does not
And
take kindly to that. Caught up in the
And
heat
when
of
that
the
is
moment.
said, she will quite literally yell out loud, "Do not call me a monster!"
Yes, I
Grab,
will
grab.
actually.
God damn it!
Yeah.
But
All the while Liam and the others are watching this, and Liam just kind of remarks, "They're really putting their hearts into it."
Liam's commentary is gonna be perfect over this clip.
Here
As
we
you
see
see
their
two
here we see in their natural environment 2 thespians and a goo monster.
and a goo monster.
Here goes
Yeah,
our
you hear
program.
it. Yeah,
Here you could see they are quite aggressive to each other during the mating season.
Liam
my
with
God.
his David
Excuse me.
Attenborough impression.
yeah. So from Liam's
They fight
perspective,
for territory and bragging rights.
and the bragging rights. Yeah, no. From your perspective, Liam, you zoom in just as the spotlight hits them, as Primrose reels back, and you hear a dink as the metal fist collides with his face. He hits the floor. And he's shouting, and she's shouting. She poses with her weeby katana, and then they start insulting Valen for some reason, who yells at them. Her arms turn into giant mouths, grabs both of them, and then goes, throw, and they go flying into the fucking towers.
They
Can I
didn't
please
actually
roll for
start fighting each other, did they? Because that looks actually pretty genuine. She looks
Can
mad.
I roll for damage?
Well,
Yeah, well, there's no damage to roll, but
it was just
yeah.
the revenge for him calling me
well,
a slur.
I want to roll for potential crits.
Yeah, roll to see, because you
And-
roll your attacks basically. Yeah.
And during all this, Liam is gonna kind of lean over a little bit towards Damien and mutter, "Should we probably
I
get
think
going
it's-
before
It's 5.
I have a feeling we should probably get going before it's for too long."
We should
Do I have a modifier for that? I don't know.
Yes.
distracted.
For this specific thing, since it's a little unscripted, Jules, just do 1d10 plus your strength on both of them.
Damn. Okay. Plus my strength. Okay.
I'll say I am
Well,
keeping
you did-
the David
two.
Attenborough narration in.
That's fair. I've made a mistake. I put my d10 down.
Damn.
Now I've lost it.
Oh no.
No crits.
Okay.
Unset.
Damn.
So sad.
That's okay. Well, either way, the throw was happening regardless, because
Yes.
what was inevitably going to be a showy performance turned into actual violence. As Valen's arms go grab, throw, as you hear dunk, as you both take an additional 15 damage from colliding with the fucking towers.
Um,
Primrose, you tumble in to see two guards who are now pointing rifles at you and shouting, "What is going here?" And then Isaac, you're getting very much the same treatment as the guard who was recording looks and tries to get an angle, and then the other guards smack him and then start rushing in.
I think that's our cue to go.
They look distracted.
Yep, seems like it.
We even caught one of the
Yeah,
guards
Liam
being
will.
incompetent on camera. That's good.
That's gonna be good.
I'm saving that in the hard drive.
Yeah. And
I
before we
walk
get in-
towards. I walk towards the two I've thrown.
Well, to be fair, you've thrown them in the two different... Basically, the guard towers were stationed up above the main entrance, so you're just walking into the front door.
Yeah.
Yes.
This
Dimian's
is gonna be
start-
a real high
Dim is
cut.
going to start moving now.
Yes.
We're gonna
same with Liam.
swap... Yeah, right as everything starts going off, the front team, you hear, we got a situation out here. Lock down the building, and there's three weirdos at the front gate. As the alarms start going, but thankfully that's a perfect distraction. We're gonna get into combat here in a minute for you, team, but before
Oh boy.
Come on, we're a code ass clown. I repeat, we're a code ass clown.
three ass clowns are at the front gate making a fucking mess, and they just threw him into the building. Okay, this is actually a problem. All right, we're gonna go over to the stealth team though for now. Before we get to that, how exactly are you going to be infiltrating as you bear witness to what was first supposed to be a scripted performance turned into actual violence? How are you all going about this? Valjean, I know you had a plan. Now, mind you, you guys were a block away from them, but only off to the side. So, right now, you guys are probably just a skip and a jump away to get to one of the side walls.
You know, I felt like this has happened before. This feels like something that has happened before.
Yeah, lo and behold.
Huh.
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
No, this whole situation with the acting and the distracting and then it turning to not acting.
I mean,
Turning to actual violence.
I mean, I think I recall what you're talking about, but at the same time, there's a feeling there's been quite a few incidents like that with this group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, there has.
All right. So, quick question:
Quick answer.
would this be count? This is gonna sound weird, but this is for the purpose of it. Do I need to roll to see if my shit happens or not? Would you say this is a stressful enough situation right now that I have to do that, or?
Well, yeah, it wouldn't have been moments ago, but it is currently becoming that. So yeah, probably. But
You know what, you're
remember,
lucky.
you can spend the fortune dice if you want to guarantee success.
It's actually not even guarantee. It's I have to just hope and pray I get a number above my
That's right.
above my activation. Yeah. All right. So do you want me to roll it for each individual person I'm using this ability on, or do you want me to?
No. If you get a single success, that's fine by me, buddy. I'm not gonna make you sit here and roll for everyone.
Okay. Thank you. I'll roll fortune dice just to make sure. Or, yeah, I'll do that. And
It'd be
Oh,
it
fuck,
would
I need to
really
roll.
suck to start this whole thing off with getting stuck in a wall.
don't jinx it. Okay. Do you know what the first roll succeeds?
Good, you've made it.
Hey!
Everybody,
Andy jinxed it.
you did
Yeah.
anti-jinx it.
Hey. Yay. Does that still consume my fortune dice? It's okay if it does. I just need to know,
Yeah,
of
it
course.
would. Well, wait, did you use the fortune dice to confirm that it would work?
Yeah, I was gonna use it to roll again just to make. I just like this is like a yeah. Point is, I use one. It's all right.
Then no, it wouldn't use your fortune dice then. If you didn't use it, you were just going to use it,
Yeah.
you're fine.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'm good. That is 40 stamina out my ass.
Ow.
Yeah. I would recommend hurry up. I can't maintain this for long. And,
Yep.
that was
In we go.
Yep.
I will hop on through.
What kind of room do we get when we find ourselves in?
Well, the thing is that where you guys went into, you would have found yourselves pretty much in the middle of one of the surrounding buildings. This one was a maintenance room. Right now, where you have stepped into is their current armory setup. So you step through the wall. That thick concrete wall leads you directly into their armory. Now, they're not super jacked here. Obviously, this is more of an outpost, if anything. But
I'm
moreover,
taking it all.
and
I'm
what do you mean you're taking it all?
I'm stealing those bitches away.
You're stealing their
Actually,
weapons?
I was going to ask when we boop inwards, if it's an armory. Can I have a quick look around? I have a little bit of experience with weapons.
Oh yeah, I'll let you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll let
I
them
just
do
want-
that. But once he's done, I will be like, okay, we're gonna get some weapons now. Just throw some.
So
I would
this
I would
be,
say Liam would probably look around too, just out of like his own personal experience as well.
Would this be
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
would this be a perception? Would you say, or would I be using?
I
my
would make
small
this-
arms skill.
well, so here's the thing. Depending on what you're looking for, you could roll either. If you are specifically looking for something small that you would know, then you could use your small arm skill. If you are just looking for just general, whatever you think you're looking for, you can make a case for either one. I will let you roll whatever you would like if the if the case is strong enough. If not, it will be just flat perception.
I would like to see, and it's been some years since I ditched my last one. But there is a particular type of firearm that I was trained in when I joined the night program, and I would like to see if I could spot if they have one. Likely, this is a labor camp, so the likelihood of them having a high caliber sniper rifle just sitting around in the armory is unlikely. But I want to
Pretty
see.
unlikely, yeah, but
Just
yeah,
in
no,
case,
you are
just in
welcome
case
to.
the warden at this particular place was really afraid of someone doing a runner.
that is true. I will say that while that you probably won't find any sniper rifles, finding long rifles in general, just standard
Something like
issue.
A marksman rifle.
Yeah, those are more than common. In fact, if you could speak to Primrose or Isaac, they're having those pointed at them right now.
Oh, excellent! Because I'm looking for anything that will assist in shooting a dragon out of the sky, basically. Also, potentially anything to just bring back to non-manifested people who might like something of a higher caliber.
Yeah.
I doubt the
So-
revolutionary forces are particularly well armed.
Yeah. Now, what about you, Cabal? So yeah, basically, roll your dice, whichever choice you decide on, and then from whatever you guys decide is the best course of action. Wait, you got a what?
Rolled my small arms for a total of 20.
Holy shit! All
I
right,
got
yeah.
2 10s,
Oh,
2 separate 10s,
Wait.
not exploding.
well,
They're-
oh, okay, not exploding. Okay,
yeah.
okay. So then, oh damn. So you would just take the best one. So you basically got a 10 then,
Yeah.
if I'm correct.
Which
Okay, that's
a
fine.
10 and then a 4, which amounted with a +6 to a total of 20.
Okay.
That's
So, holy shit. You first, while you're not going to find any rifles that you'd be looking for of the higher caliber long range sniper rifles, marksman rifles are abound. You can just look and find one off the wall, but your pistol, the thing that you were specifically looking for, that old standard issue knight pistol, hefty hand cannon that only the knights themselves could really control without breaking their wrists, a break action revolver basically. Big meaty thing, there's 6 of them. They're sitting on the racks.
Oh,
Now this could mean this could mean some things for you though. In particular, that might mean that they have 6 knights on standby.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. So we don't really have a set form of communication with between the 2 different groups, do we?
No, you really don't.
No, we don't.
I can't really use my psionics to communicate with them. I don't think.
Okay. So first thing Dim is going to do is he's going to peruse around the armory. He's going to look. He's going to go, oh fuck yes. He picks up one hefty revolver up, grabs a couple of cylinders, shoves them in like some pocket somewhere behind his cape, and then he bring the revolver. Is like, nature's wrath is great, but still sometimes there's something to be said about them.
Nature's wrath is great and all, but American ingenuity. No, I'm kidding.
It's like,
And I think
then he stops for a moment and goes, "Guys, there's night issue weaponry in here."
Shit.
in that case, on your tiptoes.
Yes.
Is
Now, you were...
holster, he grabs like one of the holsters, slings it around his shoulder, buttons it in place, and then slips the revolver underneath his armpit.
Now, this is gonna sound weird, but do you think you guys could go on without me for a few?
If you need a moment for a breather, sure.
Oh, no, I'm gonna steal all their shit.
Even better.
Steal all their shit!
Give me just a moment. I was gonna roll perception to see if I could find any. Considering Liam lost his previous pistol, and probably around the time the tower blew up, he's probably gonna look for a replacement and potentially maybe 2 replacements.
That's fair. Yeah, hey, you know what? Go for it. Go ahead and make a roll. May as well ask,
Roll.
Dami Doku, do you also want to look for a gun? Because I know the child so desperately wants a gun.
Oh, of course, yes. Of course, the child desperately wants a gun. Let's get one. It's gonna be
Also, I got an 18.
Once more.
Okay, not bad.
Once more, the line between Sully's characters bleed over. Both are desperate for firearms.
Desperate for firearms. With an 18, you'd easily be able to find something standard issue. 2 Irisian Guardsman pistols, they're the equivalent of like a Black Star, because of course, anime. And they love that fucking gun for some reason. But moreover, you would find 2 of them. You'd find more than 2 of them. You'd easily find 2 of them. I would say that there's probably about 40 of them in this fucking room, because this is an outpost. There are a lot of guns here.
Even though he himself can't quite, or I guess he himself is still kind of rusty, being fresh out of waking up. He's just gonna go ahead, grab a couple of holsters, stuff them inside on the inside of his jacket, and stuff them in there.
Now, Doku,
Yes.
you're looking for a gun.
Yes.
For lack of a better term, you need a weapon. So, with that weapon in mind, go ahead and make a perception roll. Unless you can make a claim, you can make a case for another one of your skills working better here.
I almost want to ask if I can
Would
assist.
probably be a good idea to grab some ammo too.
True.
I wasn't gonna be too particular about ammo, but yeah,
For flavor purposes, in that case.
for flavor purposes, yeah.
I almost want
think-
to ask if Dimian can assist him.
Yeah.
Do you think
I can
they'd
see-
have like small projectile weapons that I can use? Because I
Like-
think it's
Like what? Like pistols? Like what?
like small projectile weapons that I can throw.
Oh,
Like,
I mean,
darts,
yeah. They
Oh.
wouldn't necessarily have darts. They'd probably have combat knives.
combat knives, or
Yeah, I'll
if-
take those.
if they're particularly weeby, shuriken.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fray, I'm gonna send you a message.
Okay.
Jim, how many times have you ordered shurikens on our
our
seasonal
On the
docket?
military budget.
Can I have
What is the defense budget keep getting spent on shuriken and katana? They're not standard issue.
can I have lightsaber shuriken?
That sounds like a
Oh,
great
God,
way to
yeah.
lose your fingers.
Or one of those that or maybe bat shuriken.
What batarangs?
This is like batter.
Interesting.
That is such an evil fucking question. By the way, Pebby, by Fray.
Hey Matt, you
This-
remember
that-
how I can kind of seal something in a particular state as well?
I don't like you right now. But yes, I
What-
like this.
I think I have an idea.
Okay, so hey fellas, what's stopping me from pulling the pin and then sealing the grenade?
I thought that was it. I had an inkling,
Oh,
and then just
Oh,
booping
you-
it into space right in front of them. Oh, that
Can I
is
roll
evil.
perception?
Go
Man,
ahead and make a
grenade.
perception. If you have an explosive skill, you can use that. But
I
grenade.
that I don't have.
Woe be
Um,
upon ye.
How do I roll again?
And actually, here's a good question, Fray. Did we ever decide on if you could use perception, use willpower for both, like perception? Or is it just technique for perception?
We made it just technique for now. Also, Doku, it'll be your. How many ranks do you have in perception?
Okay, 2. I'm gonna roll that now.
So you roll 3d10, and then plus your technique, and then you take the highest number you rolled, and you add that with your technique.
I exploded.
Wow.
Of course you fucking
Oh,
do.
Jesus
We have fun.
Christ.
We have fun here.
What'd you get, Doku?
Exclamation point.
Exclamation point. All right.
That's
But an 8 plus an
8.
8, which is 16. Yeah, plus an 8, which is 16.
You would have no problem finding just the combat knife after combat knife, and also there's a kunai there because somebody here is a weeb.
Oh hell yeah!
If you managed
But there's
to find,
only one.
if you managed to find like batarangs, Damien would have like fished out a permanent marker or doodle on it to make it a frog-orang.
God damn it.
Yeah.
We can say that one is a froggerang.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Oh, that one in particular bounces off every surface until it hits a soft body.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Okay, roll your fucking explosion, dickhead. Like-
I already did it. I got 18 total.
oh, good.
Oh, good.
What was this for?
He was looking for explosives and
Oh.
to pull the pin on them and then seal them and then use them for later as just explosions.
I cast fireball.
Fucking
Fray
dickhead.
sounding more
thought
and more
magic was disabled.
exacerbated.
It's,
hey,
I look at myself in the mirror. Why did I say the armory? I could have said the barracks. I could have said there were soldiers.
you gave us toys.
I gave you guys toys.
But, you see, Sam, the reason, what do you call it? The thing is, any sufficiently advanced technology can be seen as magic. So, if you practice a little bit of ingenuity, yeah, you can cast fireball with a grenade suspended in stasis.
Speaking
I
of-
see.
Speaking of, how much do I find? Hand it over.
While everyone's tearing through, and you're looking and looking and looking, opening up the lockers in the back. Actually, no, I wouldn't even say lockers. The safe in the back. And by opening it, I mean you phase your hand through it. And you feel two things catch your hand. Something long, kind of feels like a belt. You reach in both hands, and you pull out 2 belts of bandoliered explosives. You've received, and I hate you for this, 12 grenades.
Wow.
You're getting a very,
geez.
getting a-
So,
Very
much to
worried
Dims and
look from-
Liam.
Jesus.
just from him, it's like, you know how to use those?
Yes, it pulls the pin and then he chucks into his dimension.
Oh no, you have to roll to see if you can do that, remember?
Oh yeah, you really want me to fail, huh, you dickhead?
I don't want you to fail, but
Grim
you gotta
coming up-
check.
Each put the pin in the middle of the armory. Great. Also, Grim coming in with one of the Maxims from, what do you call it?
Man, it went through.
God.
Or the-
Yeah, Liam would
Planet
probably
Mercenary. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from a big gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liam almost as soon as he hears the as he hears the pin drop or hears the pin pop, just immediately swings round and sees Valjean chuck it into his dimension. He's like, "Do you know if you dropped that, this would have been disastrous?"
Gonna give me a heart attack.
No,
Jesus.
but that's good to know. It's gonna be very disastrous when I use all of these, though.
Take it from personal experience. If you flub throwing one of those things, you'd best get behind something solid.
Liam, my boy, who says I need to throw them?
Can I just remind you that we are in a
know
room
what?
filled with explosives and bullets that, if they are activated by another explosion, will then fire off, ricochet inside this
I'm not
concrete room?
We're essentially inside of a
Have you never heard of the concept of
pressure cooker?
cook-off?
Pressure cooker.
God.
There's a concept within the military that's called a cook-off. That's what happens when unexploded ordnance, also known as EXO, is triggered by other energy. Like, for instance, what happens when a downed helicopter, all the ammo on board, then explodes as a result of the fire. And then the bullets fire off in random directions.
Alternatively, we could have become the second distraction.
Why you don't
Yeah,
hang it's like if you that's why if you like blow up a vehicle, especially a military vehicle, you don't hang out around it because a random bullet will catch you in the eye.
Yeah, I'm
Speaking
thinking
of
about
that-
how much damage in total could be done right there, because the grenades do 25 damage.
we would have been
Stab, stab.
as Shadowrun puts it, we would have been chunky salsa.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Anyways, I'm gonna you three finish the mission. I'll stay in here. I'll be okay.
Are you gonna
I'm
be,
just
are you
gonna-
gonna be are you gonna be ready to exfil us?
Yes.
All right,
All right.
let's.
You know
let's-
my ability is quite stable when I'm not stressed out. So I'm just
Would
gonna
you
have fun in here.
Would you consider pulling the pin and chucking a live grenade as stressful?
No, because I won.
No, because I won!
Well, best of
You
luck
know,
to you, Mr. Valjean.
You know, the more that Valjean talks, the more I start to see Isaac in him, which makes a lot of sense. What? What?
Like
Oh.
father, like son.
Oh my god. Anyways, aside from that, the rest of you now can.
The
yeah,
guards
the rest
going
of
into
you
the
now
armory, see literally nothing. The whole fucking armory is actually gone, including the
can-
building.
Go on. Yeah, so you're gonna be stuck in there sealing everything away, Valjean. Now keep in mind, that's gonna take a pretty big stamina toll on you, even if it's just a minor one. However, you're not actually doing anything, so you're also regenning it.
Yeah,
So-
that's why I was. Yeah, so I was actually gonna bring that up. Am I also just like regenning all this shit too?
Well, yeah, because you're not in the thick of combat. Using an ability outside of combat like this is not something that's super hard tracked, because you're not really exerting
Oh,
a ton
cool.
of force.
Okay, so I'm gonna coat all of my weapons in my goo.
Now, mind you, it's still gonna take time.
Yeah, yeah. So essentially, Valjean's gonna be like, run back here. Whenever, don't worry about me, because if they just come and try to get me, I'll just disappear.
Okay.
Now, will Valjean staying behind? Liam, Dimian, and Doku. How are you going to proceed through?
Walking?
Well, yes, but to clarify, the grounds here have 2 more small buildings and 1 large building. They are across the parking lot. The parking lot has several parked armored vehicles, including some personal vehicles, but very few of those, mostly armored vehicles, and a tank.
That can't be allowed.
A tank, you say?
A tank,
More
you say?
importantly,
A tank,
What?
you say?
you know, like a little toy tank.
Tonk.
Yeah,
A toy?
a
Say a
toy. No,
tank.
it's not a toy. It's not a fucking toy. Anyways, yeah, included but not limited to, like an APC is what I should say. Yeah, no, but
So just have a really fancy decorative fish tank on one side of the one
it's
side
just
of the
a fish
facility.
tank. Yeah, I didn't specify what tank. Yeah, no. There are 2 buildings across from you, and then there is the main lead up to the large-scale building that is the planetarium. You're not quite sure where the laborers are, but it's up to you to figure that one out. Which one are you heading to first?
See, personally, my money's on the big building, but then small buildings could easily be used for storing people.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, they're not.
Did it say?
From what I heard, they weren't. It was no small amount of people that they were keeping here.
Hmm. So could be the larger building.
Oh, we won't know unless we go. Unless there's some
Yeah.
form of marking on the buildings.
No, they haven't really done any of that. This is, like I said, this is a pretty best way I can put it. This is a pretty shifty operation. It's slapped together. It is ramshackle.
All right. Well,
Big building.
Liam, you said you could do mind stuff, right?
In a sense, yes, or
Can you
quite so.
Can you like feel when there's mines nearby?
Out of character, that's a good question. Would I be able to do that? Like, would I be able to sense the presence of, like, sentient beings nearby?
Right now, you are more in the business of exerting your mental will over somebody that you have made physical contact with. But out of character, later, you absolutely could do that. Now, if you want to risk it, you could attempt to do something with the Destiny die to locate where you need to go. But again, those are big cinematic moments. Those are totally up to you.
In that case, could probably save that.
Yeah.
Liam will kind of hold a hand up next to his head and try and strain himself to try and reach out and find something or someone. And he after like a brief moment, he kind of stops, kind of slumps a bit and says, "Can't feel anything."
No big. Well, maybe something to explore at a later point. Right now, I don't know. They got apparently dozens of people stashed here, so let's give the bigger building a try.
All right. Now, Doku, you're going to be the one leading the party. Do you have anything that could relate to your stealth technique?
Wait, what do you mean they could relate to your stealth technique?
Okay, do you have any skills that could relate to you sneaking around?
Let me see. I have stealth.
Well, then there you go. Roll that, because you are going to be the one taking the charge, and the others are going to be following you.
Okay. I'm gonna...
I'm going to roll as well with a -5 because of... Actually, I'd even just say like a -2, because there is a big fucking distraction going on at the front gate, and the alarms have just sounded, so there's probably a decent guard presence. You have to beat a 9, Doku.
Okay, it's keep 1, right?
Yes, you keep the best one.
I think this is how they do it. It's a 14.
Okay, you made it. Now, because Doku was successful with that, everybody else go ahead and roll the equivalent to your stealth, which normally if you have a stealth roll or a stealth skill, you could use it. If not, it's just technique, but you roll 1d10 with Doku's technique because he is assisting you.
So that'd be what?
Plus 8.
Plus 8.
Doku's
So
literally-
I do have-
1d10 plus 8.
I do have a couple of ranks in athletics.
Mm,
I don't think that would fit though. In that case,
Yeah, we're just gonna have to go with this. Oh, whoops.
It's an exclamation. If you have any ranks in nerd knowledge, you could probably argue that you got bullied
Ooh.
and had to like step lightly at school.
I got a 9.
funny, I just thought about it. With Doku's technique being an 8 and I rolled a 9, there's no way you
There's
guys
no way.
can fail. I just thought about that. You don't even have to roll. Doku literally made it so you guys can't fail because I rolled like shit.
hell yeah.
Nice. Alright. Well, with Doku's help and getting your footing around, you were able to creep across to the large building. Now, it's not an easy walk. Admittedly, it's a bit of a mess. And I say this because as you push and sneak your way through, the alarms are going off, and you see some guards armed, others clearly just tossing their gear on, running on past you guys, heading towards the front gate, and others heading towards the armory, because with the alarm going off, they need their weapons.
POV, what is it looking like on my end?
You've probably gotten about half of their weapons in by this point.
Okay. Probably
If not
start with,
more.
like, probably the bigger
Yeah,
weapons.
Yeah, you probably started with the bigger weapons. The rockets, the scary stuff. Looking through, they were pretty armed to the teeth.
So Grim is over in the chat saying brandishes Bane redeem with gremlin intent.
But
Have mercy.
you do end up making your way past these guards, just as you all catch the strong stench of magic in the air.
Sucker.
Not magic, I should say. Masaka! God damn it. Goku's the one with the kunai right now, and Primrose is the one with the katana. Don't you start too.
Magic.
Yes, but you see, I am the forest ninja. I am the gilly man.
Well, it's a hey. Look, I left all my weebiness on Saturday.
That's true.
True. I
Hey,
am
what
the
happened
gil-
on Saturday?
Well,
But-
I mean,
I-
besides the
I-
fact that Sam plays a literal kitsune from not Japan.
Oh, right.
What happened on Saturday was me doing my absolute best to traumatize her characters, not related to any of that.
Mails on me. I more just meant the fact that my Fox character Kitsune is on Saturday,
Mhm.
so all my weebiness is on Saturday.
That's
Nah,
fair.
right.
Thankfully,
Also, wait,
because-
hey, Fray, you
Flaps in the
said
night.
rocket. I steal some rockets, huh?
they're not loaded, but missile launchers.
They do have to be
They have to be armed.
Anyways,
You have 12 grenades, dickhead.
anyways, well, do you want to actually? Who do you want to go to right now? Because I was gonna say
I'm
for
gonna
anybody-
before they bust into your armory, I want to finish this bit over here with the sneaking team.
Okay.
As you sneak your way past, you realize where that stench is coming from. That soul-bound Genesis, that magical twinge. It's thick in the air as you see 5 guards, at least not guards, I apologize. You see 5 men and women dressed in plain clothes. They're not in typical uniform, but they're all emanating magic. And there's a 6th one at the back in a knight uniform. He brandishes his arms left and right, and for a moment you smell that magic even denser. It's like something is culminating as 5 strings escape from his right hand. He waves, and they fly off in different directions. He then marches down the stairs, missing you just by a hair as you slip your way into the planetarium. Now, what you find in there, I'll come back to after we get back to the front gate.
Oh fuck yeah!
Ah,
Hey guys!
Hello.
Rim, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. The alarms sounded pretty quickly when Valen lost her cool. And while some of the guardsmen flew themselves in, Valen marched forward to the fear of several people who have their guns trained on her. There are 2 guards surrounding each of you, except Valen, of which there are 4 guards surrounding you. Before I ask you guys to roll initiative and get things kicked off, is there anything you would like to do in this moment before?
What are you aiming your guns at me for? I will throw it in you by this lunatic.
Before,
I don't know what that started it.
what I would like to say is look at all 4 of them and go, I'm not here for you. I'm here for those 2.
Ma'am, you are in a restricted area. We are telling you to leave. Shaky,
Let
shaky,
me
shaky,
get-
shaky, shaky.
Let
You're
me
the
get
guards,
them.
right? Protect
I will
us.
leave.
Here's the question. Do you fight, or do you get yourself taken into custody?
Who, me?
No, I'm talking to Isaac and Primrose.
I studied
I
my
know what
katana at the
you're-
guards.
Okay, well, you're good. Okay.
Because, like, we need to ensure that they have time to do what they need to do in there. We need to be out here. We can't just be like, oh yeah, arrest us.
I mean, you totally could. It would take you guys to the prison, probably.
Well, yeah, but then the attention
then
would
the
be turned
rest of the
back to
team.
the
Yeah,
building.
that
Guys,
is
if
true.
you
That
get
is
captured,
true.
we can just break you out. All you have to do is
We
cause a
can just break
distraction.
you out again. That's true. Well then, if Primrose is not backing down and Isaac is backing down, and Valen is, I'm not here for you, and is still marching into the building. This is gonna be interesting. Isaac, are you getting arrested right now?
I was admittedly hoping they would turn their back on me to look at the others.
Well, yeah, but one of them is gonna hoist you up and start handcuffing you. Well, not handcuffing you. They don't really have anything. They probably zip tie your hands.
I'm gonna. This might require a technique roll, but I'll do the ultimate decider, obviously. As the guy is, I'm gonna stand up. Let myself be hoisted up, and as he goes to tie me up, I'm gonna reach out towards him, and I'm going to grab the zip tie and activate my manifestation.
You're using a zip tie as a weapon?
Yes.
Okay, first off, how? What are you gonna do with this zip tie?
Have you heard what John Wick did with a pencil?
No. Nah.
Or Heath Ledger's The
Proceed.
Joker? You know?
Gotta make this
Ta-da!
pencil disappear.
Yeah.
Just like that, I'm pretty sure you can make a pretty nasty impromptu garrote using a zip tie.
Like charge that thing with Genesis, it becomes as rigid as a nail.
Yikes!
Proceed. God damn it. Proceed.
Honestly, at that point, he's got a giant fucking nail.
Yeah, he's got a giant fucking nail. Go for it. Proceed.
Basically activate manifestation, grab the zip tie, charge it, and then I'm lunging at his throat.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? We're just gonna roll initiative, but you're going first. All right, everybody, roll
Sure.
initiative here.
Okay.
It's 1d10 plus
Plus your range, plus your speed.
your
So
skill,
remember,
which
it's in
is
5. It's in
yeah, so
5.
that's-
So if you're short,
so
it's 5.
short,
If it's
five.
medium, it's 10, etc., etc.
1d10 plus
Ba-ba-da.
5.
Well, that is hilarious. And
Oh.
okay.
We both exploded.
Okay.
Wow.
So y'all,
Oh my goodness.
and considering I'm rolling for the
Oh my
guard,
God.
considering
Quick on
I'm
the
rolling for
draw.
guard- Yeah, you guys are really quick on the draw. Both of you guys go ahead and roll again to get the total here. You fucking animals! Did
Okay.
you just explode again?
What
June
the fuck?
did, I didn't.
No.
No.
You
Or-
I rolled
almost
once.
exploded.
First. So
Oh my God, the
Ooh.
bonus
I
bonus
have
is funny,
I
it's
have
exploding
a
again.
total of 19.
That
No.
didn't work.
Wait, no. 24.
Okay.
There we go.
24.
I got a 27.
So,
Jesus Christ.
okay, well the other guys
Cheesy
got
crow.
9s.
Wow.
Okay,
Also,
so
I like to say, what's his name? What's your character's name, Vera?
Isaac.
Isaac. I think he doesn't go first anymore. And he should have said otherwise.
Okay, so wait, numbers again, real quick. Who had the highest? It was Valen.
No, not Siren. Primrose.
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 Yeah.
So when Primrose, it went Valen, and then it went Isaac, and then all of the guards rolled single digits, so they're just all going last. So I rolled them in the groups that they were in, just for bookkeeping's sake. The first group got a 9, the second group got a 2, and then, not a 2, a 7. I rolled a 2. So I rolled a 2, I rolled a 4, and I rolled a 3. Plus 5 on all of those did not beat you. You have all got the fucking drop on them. Fuck you. Brimrose, you're first. There are
Action
2
economy.
Let's go. Okay. Oh fuck. I'm sorry. Could you reiterate how many guards there are in total that we're fighting against?
There are 2 in front of you. There are 2 in front of Isaac, and there are 4 in front of Valen.
Okay. Well, they're racist against Valen.
Well, there's just the most of them there, and that woman just threw 2
I know.
people into their house.
Okay. So there's 2 in front of me. Might as well go for the ones that are already in front of me. Take care of those first. I am gonna do my usual one action to use my manifestation and another action to attack. And I can't repeat the same action twice, right?
Correct.
No, yeah, so that is correct. Yeah, you could
Okay.
attack, you could move, you could use an action. I mean, you could use an ability. All of those, just so long as it is one per your 3 actions. So you can't repeat.
Right. What about how is it in the system with are there attacks of opportunity?
No. So attacks of opportunity. This is actually something that I've mentioned. What you do is you just simply hold an action until it is opportune for you to use. So let's say you only can use 2 actions right now, and there's nothing else you can do. You can hold your turn until a better opportunity arises, but you can't really have an opportunity attack. You just have to use an action that you claim you're going to ready for the opportunity for it to come up. So you have to hope by mentally preparing, do I think they're going to do this? Will I be able to get the counter off?
Right. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna first do my normal attack with Alsar's sword, since that seems to roll the worst. So it is D10, just plus technique, right?
Yeah. We'll get you small arms blades, and that'll work.
Yeah, I almost exploded. I got a 9, so 14 total.
You hit! Finally!
I hit, okay. I'm just gonna go for one of them with this. Wait, how much damage would that do?
The sword itself, 7 plus your technique.
7 plus technique, which is... I can't do math. 12.
There you go.
Alright, so 12 points of damage against one guard. Against the other one, I'm gonna use my plasma blade. And that is... 3d10 technique, if I recall correctly. No, sorry, 4d10. So okay, so... yeah, the highest on that is a 9 plus 5, so that
14.
hits, I believe. 14, just like the other one.
12 for these guys.
Yeah. Well, the damage on this is actually 13. So
Not bad.
12 against one, 13 against the other. And I'm gonna hold another plasma blade attack in case one of these 2 that are in front of me decides to attack anyone other than me.
Fair point. Alright. Well, you cut both of them. They're both looking bad, but they're not down. And that is... Thank God, because you guys really fucked these guys up last time. They're down, but they're certainly not out. And they're hurting, but they're ready. Valen, you're next. There are 4 people in front of you training rifles on you, and they look terrified because they just watched your grabby hands throw 2 people into a building.
Question. Very fun question that didn't quite get clarified that I should have. To do my grabby hands, does it cost... the stamina to activate it costs 10. Yes?
Yes.
Is that per hand or for both?
Just for both. I'm not gonna make you go for fucking per hand with that. That'd be really dumb.
Cool. Well, cool, because stamina upkeep does have per hand. Anyways, the upkeep's not an issue here. Can I grab 2 guards?
Sure. Are you gonna do a bite attack on them and then try and grab them, or what?
Yeah, I guess, because I'm gonna throw them.
Sounds
So, so yeah, I guess realistically, yeah, to grab them, I'm going to have to bite them to get a hold on them. Then I get to
Exactly.
throw them.
good. Go for it.
So
Roll your manifestation.
station.
And
Yep. So
do
that's
it twice, so you get both attacks. See if both land. You just have to beat a 12, and then they can make the save against it. Which
Just
I'm just gonna
8.
go ahead and assume that right now that I can.
Yeah. So it's manifestation, which is I'll remember this at some point. So 4, so that's 5. Does it have any bonuses? I
Yes.
think
Your manifestation
If-
is the bonus itself is the I believe it's your willpower ring, correct?
yeah, something like
Yep.
Yeah,
so it
fuck it,
is. Yeah. You got
8
your rounds.
is-
You got your ranks.
should if that is it should be this. Rolled a
Let me check.
9
Just make sure you got it.
because my willpower is currently being boosted by the fact that. Fun fact: this entire time for the entire session, I've had my manifestation active.
Yeah, you never turned it off because you're down to 1 stamina. But yeah, by all accounts, you weren't actually draining, so you could.
Yep.
Not bad. Well, 17 will hit one of them. Roll it again.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I rolled again. All right.
See if both hit. These are just foot soldiers. They don't have great armor, so. And that one hits too. All right. Now, what is the roll they have to make to try and stop the grab? I already rolled. I just need to know if they failed.
The strength saves a 10.
Strength save is a 10. Well, considering that I technically, with all their bonuses only being a +3, that is an 8, and I got a 9, so they failed because I can't roll in my own fucking system.
Cool. They also
yeah,
take 9 damage, by the way.
Yep, yeah, and 9 damage each. That ain't bad. And then they're thrown. Where are you throwing them to?
I'm going to throw them into the guards near Isaac.
You're gonna throw them at Isaac?
No, at the guards near Isaac.
Oh, so you're throwing them up into the tower, basically.
Wait, huh? I thought they were closer.
No, they're up in the tower where you threw them.
Oh. My bad. Then I
No,
threw
you're
the other
totally
two guards.
fine.
If that's the case, since realistically I wouldn't have an eyesight on them, I threw the other guards into the other guards near me.
You hit a motherfucker with a motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
How much damage would that do, considering they're not that far? I'd say 5. Yeah, I think 5 is a fair number. You just threw somebody into him. Yeah, it's pretty fair.
I grabbed 2 of them with a very strong binding force, then slammed them into 2 other people.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Do you have anything else you're gonna do?
That should have cost. So binding's an action.
Biting is an
let's say
action. The throw was
let's say
another
it's
action.
At that point, I'm gonna start walking towards the tower, the one that Isaac is in.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're gonna walk on in and then turn to the guard tower on the left.
Yes.
Okay, so then you start using your movement action, and with short range movement, you'd pretty much get to the base of the tower. You're not up there yet, but you are there.
Out of my way.
No. Isaac, speaking of that, it's your turn. You've already heard the commotion kick off, so you know that you're not alone in this decision. You have a nail that is just a zip tie channeled with energy. Make your first attack for free, because this was before the initiative kicked off, and then you can get basically you get 1 extra action this round, and it is to
Yeah.
be used for that attack.
Yeah, okay. No problemo. Alright. Let's see. Gotta copy paste the formula again. 23. I exploded on the hit.
Fucking did, Vera? Of course you exploded on the first round of combat. Again. Okay. That's fair. Alright.
You're a wizard, Isaac.
Well, I was gonna say the zip tie channeled through was probably doing like, because it's kind of like a nail right now. Normally a zip tie would do 1 damage, if that. But you've straightened it, and it's sharp now. So I would put it as almost like a tiny nail. I'm willing to say 2 or 3. I'd probably go with 3 on this. Then you double it to 6, and then you add your. Well, no, sorry, yeah. You so it's 3 plus the 3 again plus your 7. And then times that by 2.
When he went for the zip tie, what I was imagining was he was going to use his ability to like make it clamp around the guy's neck or something. This is just like,
Yep.
yeah, I'm going to shank you in the eye.
Yeah. As a Velen, you know, starts wreaking havoc and fucking promoters cutting people down. I just oh god, the humanity, stab.
Yeah, fucking evil monster.
Look, such a tragedy.
Oh, so with
He's
3
been hit
damage
by a
doubled
random
to
hit.
6.
He's been hit by a random zip tie. Such a tragedy.
Well, what's awful is that they have 20 health, and Vera just did 20 damage, because it's 3
Yeah.
damage
Right.
doubled, and then the bonus doubled.
That poor
So
boy,
14 plus 6.
That poor boy got McShanked.
Oh man, he
Congratulations.
was tired just last week.
I did
Congratulations.
I did nothing. He headbutted this zip tie very
Oh
aggressively.
my god, he killed himself on the
Yeah,
zip tie.
So as the guy reaches forward to handcuff me, I grab the zip tie, straighten it into his throat. Done. Oh god, the humanity! And now with my actual turn, I'm gonna take the zip tie, pull it, and I'm gonna wrap it around the other guy's throat from behind.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Oh! So are you making a grapple attempt?
Garrot.
Oh.
Fucking, is Isaac out for fucking blood?
Yes!
Yeah,
Clearly!
you know,
Look what he's done!
yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Who else
We've
is
had
out
2
for blood?
proper
Look,
sessions!
No, I think we're well past where we were before. We were trying to beat the what do you call it? Beat the whole like violent terrorist allegations, and now we're just leaning into it.
Hey, I was never fighting it. I don't
Oh.
I don't care enough to.
What sucks
Oh
is
my
I
God.
care, but I don't have a way to do non-lethal with these weapons.
Yeah, you have plasma swords and a katana. You would have to trade out.
As it turns
Oh.
out, Iris, or at least what do you call it? What was his name? Younger Worf.
Oh, Lazarus?
Lazarus did not have non-lethal options in mind for you.
Yeah, no, he did not.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find a way to change that in the future. Something to think about.
I'm sure you could.
Mm-hmm.
Plasma bats.
Rules are meant to be
Plasma-
broken after all.
Plasma batarangs.
Gravity bats, like gravity.
All right,
hammers.
let's see how Vera brutally maimed this man.
You forgot roll.
Oh, he
You
done.
exploded again! He exploded again!
What is your fucking luck, man?
What's funny too is that it explodes into an 8 and then +7. Jesus Christ. You've killed 2 people, Vera. You've killed them both. They only had 20 health.
Did he roll for damage?
You know, there's no rolling. It's
Oh,
just,
okay.
remember,
It
it's
just-
flat damage.
Okay, right, yes, and just clamped
Double
around his neck.
kill.
Jesus.
Yeah, the damage is flat, and the zip tie did 3 damage, and then you add you double the base damage, you double the modifier, and then you add it. Well, you double the modifier at the end, and then you add it together. You just fucking killed 2 people with a
another
zip
20
tie.
damage, yeah. So one
Another
Garrote-
20 damage.
One Garrote goes into a throat, the other one just like chokes a guy out.
Imad, explain to me in a very very rough summary, how is this guard tower shaped? Is it like a platform with a roof and like 4 pillars to hold the roof up?
So I will say it's more ramshackle, if anything. Again, it almost looks like, and I'm not joking, that they built they took like the area where like you take tickets to gain entry into the building, and then they just put stuff on top of it. Like they raised the ground up.
Okay. So Isaac's, he shanks the first guy, turns to the other before he can react, grabs him by the head, slams him face first into the wall, and then as he pulls back, he's gonna start choking him to death.
Jesus Christ! And as the zip tie digs into his neck, he bleeds out and dies. Jesus Christ!
We're not
my
kidding
God.
about the John Wick,
Ugh.
the John Wick comparison.
Fucking-
Yeah.
Please.
Isaac, was that a?
Was that necessary?
What? You weren't gonna kill him?
You weren't gonna kill him?
Isaac has
Wha-
never heard of
okay.
appropriate force.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a father figure.
All right.
His
Well,
daddy
now we
taught
get
him.
to.
Men of families.
His daddy would have taught him about appropriate force. Shame about that.
Yeah. Really would have. If only. If only.
If only.
But yeah, really. Anyways, we're gonna jump back to literally the rest of the guards because you beat all of them. The first two that get to go would have been the ones that Isaac just brutally murdered, but they're dead. So we then go over to Primrose, who has wounded two of them, but they are still up. They have backed off, and seeing Primrose now swinging and hearing panic from the others, they start shooting. I'm going to roll their rifle damage.
Okay.
Alright, that is 6 plus 4, that is 10, that one doesn't beat. That is an explosion, which then goes to a 14. So that does hit. Boom, boom. Alright. That is... Let me check the rifle damage really quickly before I tell you how much damage it just took. It's plus 4, so it's plus 8, because that was doubled. And... yeah, there we go. Alright. You take 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 damage! As
okay.
the first guy totally misses. The bullet goes and dinks off your armor. Second guy, it hits on pretty clean, drills into your shoulder as he gets a pretty solid clean hit on you. That was pretty much what they had planned as they realize that you are scary and they start running and they use their movement to get out of the guard tower and start running away.
I'm not pursuing them.
And since that's all they can do right now, because they don't have abilities, they are just goons, that's their turn. Now we go to the 4 that are being grabbed by Valen. I'm going to first see if they can break it. Okay, that is a 7 plus 3. That doesn't get out of it.
Well-
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, what, Valen?
I will say, wait, am I still holding the two?
Yeah, yeah, I guess you did throw them, huh? Yeah, they're not grabbed anymore.
Yeah,
no,
I
you
just,
just
I kind
threw
of,
them at each
I
other.
picked them up. Yeah, picked them up, then just threw them and walked away.
All right, what's your defense, by the way, Valen?
Defense 14.
All right, so that 11 doesn't work. That one doesn't work. That one doesn't
Boop,
work.
I've made a medal. Why do you have better defense than me?
They leveled their manifestation.
Oh,
Actually,
That's
wait,
base.
does that wait? Oh yes, because your defense is your defense 10 plus manifestation.
Your defense is 10 plus your manifestation, and then anything else that is raising that defense comes from your abilities or your boons. You can get natural
Okay.
buffs to pretty much anything you want if that is an ability you want. Like if Primrose wanted something like bulletproof skin or like an overshield, she could totally say, my next ability is this. When I activate it, this is my new defense increase. So in theory, Primrose could have like 28, which would be wild. Boom, boom. That one does. All right. So with that, one hits. It's what would that be? Because Primrose just took a bunch. Yeah. 12. You take 12 damage as finally a bullet hits into you. They unleash into you. The gunfire rings out, and while most of these things are not actually landing true to your core and are simply sinking into your body, the bullets kind of just like ding, ding, ding on the ground as you are walking forward as a goop monster. You do get one shot to the core that grazes your crystal in the chest that is powering you, and that one hurts. destabilizes you for a second, but you're okay. Now, that's it. That is it. It goes back to top of the turn, which is Primrose.
Okay. So I am once again going to. Well, actually, the two that I was fighting ran away. And Isaac killed both of his, right?
Yeah, Isaac fucking murdered those two.
Okay. And the ones that are still here are the 4 that were after Valen?
Yes. The ones that are still here are the 4 that are currently shooting Valen. They are actually actively moving backwards, but they're still shooting at her. They move their short range distance as well as they continue to fire.
Okay. At range now. I would like to use a movement to get in front of Valen. And I guess this would have to be a readied action to try and use the katana that Alzar gave me to deflect the bullets.
Oh my god. That's so
You wanna run by that again? Okay, wait. Run that by me again. How are you?
I hear how Fray smells toast at the moment.
So
I'm
you're gonna use. Okay, yeah.
I'm
Explain to
using
me,
Alzar's
please.
to deflect. I'm readying an action because these 4 are at range shooting at Valen. I'm using a movement to move in front of her, and then I'm going to take Alzar's katana and ready an action to deflect any bullets that are coming towards myself or Valen.
Taking more of a defensive stance. You know, this is something that I'm going to mark down for later in the playtest. That I need to mark down everything you can do on your action, because taking a defensive stance seems fair.
Disengage.
Well, not even a disengage. It's actually literally you're taking up a defensive stance. So instead of attacking, you are defending this round.
I can we find out what exactly, how much you would raise your defense by doing that.
Yeah, you know,
or
a
your
part
ally
of me
in
is
this case, since you're defending Valen.
yeah, since you're defending Valen. For right now, and I'm going to say this number is subject to change, but by taking a defense stance, we're gonna put this in. One of the actions you can take on your turn is enter a defensive stance, which will increase your armor, the rating of it by just 4 right now. Now that may be subject to change, but that's still pretty damn good, because frankly
4 is really good.
4 is really good, and I'm willing to even say maybe a 2. But even a 2 is pretty good, because right now that means they can only hit you on an explosion because these are just goons.
But that bonus goes to one person.
That goes.
So in this case,
It would
Valen.
go. Well, technically you're running in front of Valen, so this bonus would go to you because you're the one getting in the way. And remember, I don't just roll. I say what makes the most sense. And if they're shooting in Valen's general direction, they're gonna start shooting at you instead. So it goes to you.
All
right. You ready your action, and then is that it? You used your movement, you ready your action, and now you're waiting.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Valen, it is not your turn.
Who shot?
Valen, it is your turn. There you go.
Who shot me?
The 4 guards.
Which guard?
Just,
Which guard specifically hit me?
The one further, the furthest most on the right is the one that got you.
I'm going
They're
to
out
laser
to
him.
you're going to laser him. Okay. Blast him with a laser.
Look back.
and I roll my-
Valen, is that necessary?
Is that necessary? They shot her.
True.
where's the dice channel?
Primrose is doing
God
this
damn it.
while
Where's-
she has a fucking bullet hole in her shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay, I just lost the
so much.
the familiar's cage. That was wild. Anyways, found it. Manifestation ability. And for laser. Yeah, I'll do 2.
Blast
Just
someone
to-
else too?
No.
Oh, you're
that
hitting
one
them both?
Yes.
That's
Plus
fair.
willpower. Willpower is currently 8. No explosion. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you had to beat a 12.
Yeah. Also, thanks to my manifestation, the damage got upgraded to 16.
So you're
Oh,
lasering one guy.
with 2 lasers.
Well,
With-
he
with-
already
no,
died
with-
at the
I shoot-
first one.
No, correction. I shoot 1 laser with the power of 2.
Oh, good. Well, after he shoots you, you reach around Primrose, who is
around.
defending. Not like that, Jesus Christ. Later. Anyways,
Yeah, man,
your
keep the ERP
slimy
off stream,
tentacle
guys.
arm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
you're-
Roll for reach around.
Yeah, keep
roll for
keep,
reach around.
keep the ERP on Balmung. Jesus Christ.
Oh, true.
Did Valen just Spartan laser this poor guard?
Yes, there is.
Yes.
There's this moment where this guy finally gets the hit, and you can't really tell, but Valen gets really mad at him and twitches, and so with those tendril-like arms, floats around as you hear a boom, and he is he's missing his torso at this point as he has been burned away to nothing but legs and is gone.
Hold
For
on, I got
clarification, brothers, by the way, for clarification, he would have gotten hit for 32 damage.
Yeah, he only had 20.
I know!
So-
I
and
know.
right now he had 15. So you fucking
mega
melted
died.
him.
He
Miller's
really
kids,
did.
right? Is that him?
Gonna need a
Is
bit
that-
more than some burn cream for that one.
Wait, what?
Oh, they're
Looking
gonna have to
for-
put
No,
two
that's
laughing
him. That's him. Nah, I'd win. Nah.
at it. Oh my god.
That dude is gone. Yeah, no, you've fucking killed that guy. What else are you doing, Valen?
Continuing up towards Isaac.
Well, as you reach the top with your movement of short, you make it to the very top, and there you are. You've ascended to the top to find 2 bloody corpses and Isaac with a frankly blood-covered zip tie in his hands.
Hey there!
1 more. I want to grab him again.
God damn it!
True, you haven't apologized yet.
Yeah, you haven't apologized yet.
1 more! Okay, throw me at him!
Grab. That's another 10. I'm gonna be straight up. I'm just gonna pelt him straight towards the ground. Since we're on top of the tower. I'm just gonna lean over, straight into the ground.
Bro. Okay. Well, you didn't hit anyone.
Yeah, I'm not aiming for anyone.
Yeah, no, I know. You're not aiming for anyone. I know that. Just, so Isaac's plea of, throw me at him, ends with splat. 1 more.
Just like the noise of ragdoll shuffling.
Yeah, you take an additional, 5 damage, because you just got, well, I guess it'd be, yeah, I guess 5 makes sense. What's your strength modifier, Valen?
Actually, it's 4.
Oh, okay, well, then, yeah, 5 makes sense then. You get tossed out the fucking building again with a splat. 5 damage.
Eating dirt. He's just gonna jump. Yum
Why
pose in the crater.
Yo, I'm supposed in the crater!
Oh, I can't feel my fucking face. Oh. Mm. Yeah, rolls onto his back.
Wait, so
Speaking
has
of,
combat ended?
no combat hasn't ended. There's 3
Okay,
people
okay.
still here. And Isaac,
Oh,
it
my
is
bad.
your turn now. You were thrown. You watched Valen Spartan laser someone. Then you got thrown after she walked up there. That was her 3 turns. Isaac, you've been
Yeah.
dropped to the ground. So hey, you're in range now.
The only thing I can imagine right now is Gord making the Patrick scream before he gets deeper.
SpongeBob!
Football! Oh, Isaac, it's your turn. You are now within you're pretty much right next to Primrose right now, who is in a defensive stance to the Valen who just left. Fucking
Looking, Iris, most wanted.
yeah, looking. He's dead, Jim. Wait a minute. Oh, that was not the right one. Oh god, that's so true. Fucking yeah.
I love the Isaac one as well. I wonder how Isaac handled this side of the fight.
Bloodstained carnage. Yeah. We're a group of well-adjusted, socially stable, like emotionally stable individuals with no issues needing resolving whatsoever.
We have
Yeah.
fun here, anyways. How are you gonna
Have
kill him
fun.
this time?
Okay, Isaac, it's your turn. You're on the ground.
Okay.
Yamcha on the ground. It's okay, we Dragon Ball him.
I'm on the ground.
At least he didn't
Yes,
shout
there
so
What?
was
himself.
the group disbands.
So here's the thing, right now. I'm less effective at range.
Mm.
I'm on the ground. So
You're in range now, funnily enough.
Wait.
Accidentally.
I
wait,
will do a thing for you, Isaac.
So-
Oh wait, no,
so-
Quest. I want you to say it first.
Well, something just hit me, and it's awful, and I'm very sorry about this. But I have to say it. If Isaac is Yamcha, is
No.
is Valen
Shut
Jutsu?
Oh.
She does blow up.
She blows
Oh
herself
no!
up.
Goodbye, Tien. Oh no!
And like that, kicking you from the server. No.
The server. Ow.
I said sorry.
leaving the campaign.
Yeah, leave the campaign. Damn. All right. Well, I hardly knew her.
Close.
Anyways,
It was nice knowing you. I guess I'm gonna die now.
Yeah,
This is my
to
letter of
give you
resignation.
to give you a memory of your surroundings, Isaac, because obviously, while the guards were positioned out there, you were within short range. I will say the guards are at medium range now because they use their movement to back off. And however, you are in short range of course, Primrose, but you're also in short range of the two armored vehicles that have the turrets on top.
Why did you tell him this? You know what he's
Because
gonna
I
do.
wanted to remind him.
Why did you tell me this?
Because I wanted to remind you, like, I was because they were gonna come out at some point. You can see.
He jumps up. There's no one in stabbing range. And then notices the turret. And climbs on top, like a gremlin, like.
Silly me, I forgot to regenerate my 2 HP. Sorry.
2 HP. Okay. You're in there.
Swivel around towards the guards.
Okay.
I'll give you one chance to drop your weapons.
The guards, seeing you on a turret, seeing a crazy woman, and seeing a literal demon, that doesn't seem to have hell or high water if anything is surviving, they take that opportunity. They're not dying here. They drop their guns.
Oh, Grim, I love you.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah,
Tourette's. Then
Turrets.
God damn it. Turrets.
Wonderful.
He does just kind of
Oh
say whatever he
goodness.
thinks.
Oh goodness.
Isaac, did you just have them drop their weapons so you could kill them? I heard a dice roll.
What? No, Jesus.
Okay, I was like, holy shit! I heard a dice roll, and I went, oh my god, that is a war crime.
We have now graduated from just from mild terrorism to straight up war crimes.
I don't think Geneva exists in this
Geneva
world.
Convention, more like Geneva.
More like
checklist.
Geneva suggestion.
Suggestion. Guns down, unarmed.
More like
fighters.
Geneva bucket list.
Oh my god.
No,
Alright.
I don't know where you heard the dice rolling, but it wasn't from me. No, man.
No, I thought I heard because I have a notification for
Oh, that would have been fucked. Okay. Oh, fuck.
Come on,
Oh,
guys.
no.
He's a cold-blooded murderer. He's not a monster.
Yeah.
Turns,
No.
rotates towards the camera.
No, the zip tie thing was genuinely too much force applied to the wrong issue.
Yeah.
No, in hindsight, he's gonna feel bad about it, like genuinely. Right now, it's just adrenaline pumping. But no, if he can avoid any more casualties than the ones he inflicted, then he will do just that.
Mm-hmm. The guards drop their weapons, they throw their hands in the air, and they stand there. And they just wait.
Thank you.
That combat has now ended.
No, it hasn't.
Uh,
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
You still haven't said sorry.
it's on the route too.
Oh my god.
Maybe in the future where the bad guys' uniforms will be absolutely horrifying like this, yeah? Says Grim. Yeah, no, that's fair. As the guards drop their weapons and they put their hands up above their heads, they all kind of just okay. They have no qualms in this.
Primrose is gonna wait. Is Isaac still up on the tower?
No, Isaac is
No.
in the turret of the
Okay.
gun. He's on the main turret of the vehicle.
Primrose is gonna kind of dash over to Isaac and kind of speak into his ear and go, I didn't think we'd get this far. What do we do? Do we ask for money? Well, how do you do like crime
Are you
stuff?
going to extort them?
Ah, yes. From terrorism to banditry.
I've always been on the other side of this. I don't know what to do now.
I don't know what to do now. That's so fair.
Well, this is where we set an example, Primrose. I already committed murder.
You're not gonna shoot it, are you?
No. Just
Okay.
saying, I'm off to a bad start.
Yeah.
Now, granted, those guys, well, they hadn't yet shown hostile intent, so really, still just as bad. I'm gonna have nightmares about this. Anyway, tie them up. Put them to the side where they can't be heard.
Okay.
Well, I'll do that with you. I'm not ordering you around. You know, we're
Valen
mano a
slides
mano.
into Valen slides into frame, staring at Isaac point blank.
Oh,
That was
Valen.
a good throw. Valen. Yeah.
Yes. For what it's worth, by the way, I apologize for calling you a monster earlier. I didn't mean it.
Oh,
and
right, yeah.
I hope you realize that.
It was for the,
Distraction.
deception.
the
You know
pit.
that, right? It was for the vine.
It was for
Literally,
fun.
since they were
He
recording
walks
it.
away.
We
There
love you,
he is.
Valen.
We love you, Valen. There is a voice as you all confer that comes to your ears. And I will say for the rest of the group, I'm gonna swap back to you after this scene. Just don't feel bad, because yeah, you're about to get swarmed in there. By the way, Vilshan. There is a voice that speaks out as you all are conferring at the front gate. The soldiers who have dropped their weapons are standing there, and they've gotten on their knees. They've completely surrendered. Did I give you permission to stop? As one by one, you hear clunk, clunk, clunk as their heads fall to the ground.
Oh. That's grim.
What?
They've been
Intact?
decapitated.
Oh.
He just decapitated
The
his
fuck?
own men.
Floating in the sky with wings of strings. An apparatus almost looking more like a marionette himself. Floating above, his hand leaving strings down into their corpses as they begin to rise and grab their weapons again. The other hand, reaching out, and does the same to the adjacent turret.
Well, shit, it's Haku.
I jump to the turret to try and gain control of it.
Not before it starts firing. But we're gonna switch perspectives!
Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Good lord.
Viljean, you're just about halfway done with taking this armory as the doors swing open. There are at least 15 men that are lined up outside, getting ready to gear up, when the 3 of them enter the room and stop to see a mysterious man who is just literally going whoop, 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 and pulling their weapons away.
Hello.
What?
That is Viljean has been stealing their weapons. He's been putting them in his other realm.
Hello, good gentlemen. I assume we can be amicable here.
They don't have weapons. But
You want weapons? I do as well.
You want weapons?
I have weapons.
I have wares to sell.
I got
Valjean
something
has
for you.
weapons if you have coin.
Well, welcome to Valjean's Weapon Emporium. What would you like today?
State your business. Who are you? You're under arrest. As more men start stepping into the room, mind you, no guns. No, there's just trained soldiers starting to step in.
I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 of you. Wow. I don't seem to be quite in the situation.
Get your hands behind your back. What are you doing? And then they start approaching you faster, and one of them puts a hand on you, attempting to struggle back.
No. Destiny die.
What are you doing?
Raz, they all file in.
It's on him.
One grenade there. One grenade there. One grenade there. One grenade there. And then I'm just gonna kind of face out of the building.
Gonna slip out of the building? Oh.
Leaving them with armed explosives and a half-full armory ready to go off. You bastards.
Mhm.
Oh. Roll your destiny die. I want to see how successful this is.
Oh, it's a 4. Yeah, I don't think I can.
Oh, shit. You
Okay.
cannot fortune destiny dice. That's okay. Mind you, it still happens, and it's not a complete failure. It's right on the cusp. So there is something that's negatively going to affect you, but it's not going to be death. Thankfully. You dropped 4 grenades in there, yeah?
Yeah. And there's still some weapons left over, along with the ammunition.
Oh, I'm aware. You are a lot of things, Valjean. Crafty is definitely one of them. Wise, only sometimes. You were unsure exactly how long that those grenades had really been cooking, and you didn't really know how long it would take for them to go off. So as you went drop, 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 there was a moment right before you slipped out that you were like, oh, that might have been too quick. And as you phase through the wall, I assume you are phasing back outside, correct?
Yes, I'm facing back outside. I'm trying to get as far away as like.
Yeah, as you do that, you're a little too slow, and the explosion goes up in your face. Now, you get mostly away, and that is a benefit to you, because you didn't completely fuck up. You're not getting caught in the blast completely. But you're gonna take half of this.
Oh no.
As the entire armory goes up, dealing 150 damage. You take 75.
I thought you said I thought that was half of it for a second. I was like, oh, I guess I'm dead.
No. You get half of the 150 because each grenade did 25. You dropped 4, and there were munitions in there. You make it. You
Matt?
slip.
Matt,
Yeah.
you remember a long time ago, I was mad about my 3 XP that I had left. That shit is what just saved me. I'm literally at 2 HP right now.
And this is why HP is always important to invest into.
Look
Oh
at
my
me.
Whew. The explosion goes up, and it is bright. Even to the point that you feel the ground tremble, and frankly, a quarter of the parking lot, including the APC, has been knocked over. But there is now a massive eruption of fire that has climbed into the air. Valjean, you go tumble, slide, tumble.
Uh-oh, someone
You
left.
got caught by a brink of that blast. But you
Primrose.
felt all of them. Wait, what?
We lost June.
Primrose.
Oh yeah, she had to go. She had to dip here. And that is frankly where I was going to start wrapping it anyways.
Right.
A successful explosion. A proper detonation.
And a very quick holy shit as the ground rocks.
Yes! The entire sky is ablaze with fire for a moment, as the entire munitions factory, little facility they had over there, just went up, and everything burned. Big bomb, Valjean is alive. Now here's one thing I was
Damn.
going to mention.
Remember.
Destiny Dice, I think, in this instance, will return at the end of a mission. That way, it's not just like everybody throws them in at once at the end of session. But that was still pretty good. that was still pretty good. All right.
I'm just gonna say, as Valjean is tumbling, he is going to tumble into the realm.
Tumble into a different realm. You know what?
Yeah.
That's fair. Oh,
Yeah, I just
congratulations.
When I heard it's like, oh, you're in like you get in the face. I just imagine like one half of you is in the wall, the other half isn't, and then you just go trailing smoke out the wall, just like an RPG, just firing off like out of the wall, trailing black smoke.
That's exactly
Nice.
what.
And I still have 8 more of those bitches left.
That is some Looney Tunes shit.
Oh,
I love it. I absolutely love it.
that was.
That's
I'm
close to
gonna-
greatness.
Good use of
I'm
imagination.
good. I'm assuming everyone here has a phone, right?
Not me.
Yeah, except Dim.
Valjean,
Liam technically is his own phone.
What's actually? Yeah, no. I guess Valen would have a phone at this point in time.
I don't know actually. Well, either way, most people would. Yeah, why?
Wiggle. Genevieve would make sure that she has a phone if she wants.
Yeah, that's right.
Valjean's just gonna seemingly just kind of text everyone. I'm assuming you felt bad.
How are you gonna get service in your spirit realm?
I can always come out and come back.
Good coverage.
Yeah,
He
good
just sticks his arm out. Sorry. Sticks his arm back in.
Yeah.
Liam just texts back. Yes, if I were to put on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say that'd be like a 3.4. Not out of 10. On the Richter scale.
On the Richter scale. That's fair. Yes, with that massive explosion and the forces seemingly routed, I will say that the group that is approaching and now entering into the planetarium, you hear loud screams of terror, of some of confusion, from deeper into the rundown planetarium.
We left him in there for 5 seconds.
Oh well, nothing we can do about it now.
Rescue the people. Hope he's not dead.
I mean, if he was able to send that message, I assume he's at least okay for now. But yes, let's make haste.
Oh. Oh.
Barely managed to not run me over.
Just-
Barely manages not to blow all of us up. Can the man be trusted with anything?
I mean, he did take off that turret off of the helicopter.
Oh. With that, you all make your way towards the sound of the screaming. And that, with a knight now facing down the people at the gate, more potentially on their way, and well, at least
Valjean on the brink of death.
and Valjean on the brink of death with 2 HP and no way to heal. Next
Oh,
session's gonna be
no.
fun.
I do have a way to heal.
Oh, you do have a way to heal. That's right. That's right. Aren't you glad that you took that 3 XP into your health?
No,
Oh.
I was literally, I was sweating for a moment. I was like, wait, I think that might kill him.
Yeah, that's the kicker there. You wouldn't have had a destiny die to save yourself from dying.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is the deciding factor a lot of the times when using those narrative dice. It's, do I want to have an out, or do I want to guarantee success? and yeah, no, that was a pretty good way to use it. You fucking crazy bastard! I was counting the damage. I'm like, all right, yeah, yikes! What? This is gonna be bad. Oh yeah.
What a
Valjean currently
blast.
fucking. Yeah, literally a blast.
Okay. Well, next time we'll pick up with that, the aftermath of Valjean's explosion, finding out who is in there, and more importantly, the front gate dealing with the new night problem. That is going to be where we end for today. Thank you for playing. That was fun. Y'all scare me. What the fuck, Fray?
You gave me an armory and a fucking 12 grenades, and I used 4 of them. Just so you know,
You give a man a toy store, he's gonna start grabbing some toys.
yeah.
Oh.
And I just took out a
Also-
huge platoon of people.
Hey, don't worry. Matt. What Matt doesn't know is that he's given Valen an idea.
And by proxy, you've also made it so that the APC can't be used right now. They have to flip it over because you knocked it on its side.
Next up, commandeering the tank. But yeah, we also got a fucking string knight to deal with. He's gonna be fun. Grim is seeing us off with one last self-care. It was tradition, very much.
As per tradition.
Today was a good day.
Perfect timing because it just came back with pizza.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We're still adjusting a bit to the daylight saving. That did throw us off a little bit. We did start a bit late as a result.
I had no idea that we had daylight saving.
We don't. On the American
We
side,
do.
on the Western Hemisphere, they've got daylight savings. Ours starts at the end of the month, which is
Yeah,
why
right
we
now
started
it
at-
is-
We started
yeah.
at the normal hour. They ended up starting about an hour late.
Yeah, we right here it's actually 6:13 in the evening
Yeah.
for us, at least for me, and it's
Same
about
here.
the same time for everybody else. Yeah, for Jules as well.
So yeah, that's the session for today. Thank you to Crimson and to Nintendo, for both of you, if you're still around. Thank you very much for rating and for following. On to Pastel Proto, still here. Thank you very much. That's the session for today. Good God.
Yeah, I know.
How much XP for this one?
So as I said, with the first session taking as long as it did, the XP that was delivered is going to come out mission based. So this is still at 1 operation, not yet, but everything gets taken into account. The XP you guys are going to be looking at is about 25. So here's how I could do it. I could either offer you guys 25 now and 25 after, or you could get the lump sum 50 at the end. I'd like to kind of keep it operation based, so at the end of this, you guys will get the XP. So for now, let's go with nothing. Yeah, let's do lump sums. So we're gonna say nothing yet, but the payout will next time, if we finish this operation, will be a pretty solid 50. So that's gonna get us going. If, yeah, big if.
If we make it through
Get
this.
their faces blown off. Anyway.
Oh god.
That was
Also, today I learned. Today I learned Valen is very petty.
Yes, you threw him on the ground.
Wump. You didn't even.
And then-
you didn't do it for the sake of transport. You just spiked him like a what do you call it? Like a football in the last quarter. So yeah.
Yep. And when someone shot Valen, she eradicated them.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
actually wiped him from
There's
the
a
map.
pair of smoking boots left over. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Thank you guys very much. One. Thank you for running, Fray.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for being here. I think that
Absolutely.
everybody's picking up. Yeah, I think everybody's picking up the system a little bit better. And while there was a little slow at the beginning with deciding things, I think it was an important slowness to get explosive endings. It's fucking.
Good God, did the pace
yeah.
pick up quickly.
Yes, that is the hope. You know, you have your very calm, solid lows, and then you get to the literal explosion, dumpster fire, and gunfights that come from the system.
There is a reason why, regardless of system, at least in my head and previously as stated, I compare playing Genesis a lot to running Shadowrun.
Shadowrun. Yeah.
The long planning sessions, and then there's the actual mission execution, which always goes sideways. It's always frenetic and high energy and lethal. Yeah, that is the second time I think we've had somebody get close to death in a single blow.
Oh. Yeah. First
waste.
time was a really unlucky explosion. This time it was his own volition.
His own explosion. Yes, what a way to get the campaign started off. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start transitioning us out. Happy Mario Day.
Happy Mario Day.
Yahoo! Yahoo!
Why the fuck is it Mario Day?
Because it's if you look at the date, it's spelled Mario.
That's right.
March 10th. Mar 10, yeah.